The following is a presentation of Ad Astra Radio, leading the way in local sports coverage. Stay tuned for Buhler Crusader football on 95.9 HKFM. Stream live audio and video of Crusader football on the free Ad Astra Radio app. Coming up, we'll count down to kickoff on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. The Buhler Crusaders play on 95.9 HKFM.
Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on the giant corner of 30th and Lorraine in Hutchinson, Kansas. We take pride in supporting our community and our student athletes. Hi, I'm the General Manager, Don Glassman. We want to wish our area teams a fun and memorable season. A great person once said, victory is in the quality of competition and not the final score. Visit online AllenSamuelsHutch.com and follow us on Facebook for weekly giveaways and special events. And as Mr. Samuels always says,
come by, let's be friends.
Crusader football on HKFM.
Well, pleasant good evening, everyone, and welcome to the start of a brand new fall football season. It begins in the rain tonight in Mulvane as the Mulvane Wildcats host your Buhler Crusaders. Hi, everybody. Welcome inside the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. Here in West, alongside my partner Chris Shank, we'll have Matt Atherton down as usual on the sideline tonight to begin what is anticipated to be a pretty good season for both these two teams who met twice a year ago. Certainly no loss of familiarity. I think that's a word, if I can get that out right. Between these two, this will be the 47th all-time meeting tonight. So a lot of history here.
No doubt, and kind of a unique matchup this evening, whereas Buhler was the team that ended Mulvane's season last year, so they get to square off tonight. Anytime you have a playoff team from the year prior to open a season, you know you're going to have a tough test right out the gate.
Last year in the playoffs, Buhler won in the second round here in Mulvane 62-21. Put up 600 total yards of offense, 552 of that, Matthew, was on the ground. So obviously Mitchell McDaniel had a big night, so did those guys up front. 3 of the 5 linemen up front for Coach Warner's offense are back, but they'll certainly again be a key in being successful, not only tonight, but for the entire season.
Yeah, well, anybody that follows Buhler football knows that Coach Warner really wants to pound the rock, and he likes to do it between the tackles. No surprise that that's how he ended the year last year, and I know certainly on a rainy night that's how he'd like to start the year this year.
New season, a lot of familiar names on offense, not so much on defense. 8 of the starters gone, and a lot of new guys going to get a chance to step up on that defense tonight.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of new names getting called this evening, and so what that means is the guys that did have some experience last year, Coach Warner and Coach Coles and the staff are really going to lean on some of those guys to come through tonight because they played some meaningful snaps, because there's a lot of guys that this will be the first time they've really been counted on a Friday night.
One guy in the middle of that defense that's not new, very familiar in senior Jacob Miller. Had 92 tackles last year, now a career 3-year starter, 154 tackles. I got a chance to see him on the Spirit Night. Matt, he looks ready to go. He should have a great year.
Yeah, so fun to watch, able to do so many things. And for a kid that's that big, you guys know he it's not just that he attacks the run. He has the speed to drop back and be kind of that first line of defense in the passing game as well.
Interesting, Coach. Let me ask you about tonight. It's rained hard early in the day, just a gentle rain now, but everything wet. Does that change your game plan of what you want to do offensively?
It all starts if they start fumbling. Then, I think every coach is going to come out, especially a team like Mulvane that wants to be wide open. They're going to come in with the mindset of we're going to do what we want to do until they start having trouble with fumbles. But, I mean, you just look at, the north end of the field here where they've got the landing pits for a high jump. I mean, there's water standing there. I mean, that field, and Matt, you're down there. I mean, how slick is that surface this evening? Yeah,
it is fairly slick for sure. I do think as the evening moves on that rain is just supposed to lighten up. The officials will be doing everything they can to keep the balls dry. It's too hard to imagine with the way the Mulvane wants to throw it around that they're just going to abandon that altogether. So I do think there will be some amount of kind of feeling out how the game goes, and it'll be fun for us to watch them kind of figure out what can we do in this weather, what can't we do.
Yeah, there will be some kind of negative play on one side, maybe both sides, that happens on offense tonight because of the weather.
Yes, slick balls equal fumbles. They equal catches that normally would be made, snaps that go awry. I mean, it literally – I mean, I really think the whoever fumbles it, I mean, that's one of the keys tonight, not to give it away, but the fumbles tonight, the team that limits that the most is probably going to walk out of here with the win.
I would even offer as a addition to that, how many times have we seen Mulvane try misdirection on kickoffs? It seems like every year they've got one or two goofy little switcheroos that they do on the kickoff on a night like tonight that even becomes more dicey.
9-3 a year ago, 5-0 in the league. That's the 10th league title under head coach Steve Warner, now in his 20th season, the 22nd league title all-time in school history. 8 or more wins now in 12 of 19 seasons. And that just speaks to the consistency of Coach Warner's programs over the last 20 years. You kind of get spoiled to the point where you almost expect it.
Yeah, I mean, a winning season is not the ceiling at all at Buhler. I mean, that is the floor. And then if it is just a barely winning season, people are kind of disappointed. But no, the consistency and just the number of kids that participate, and one of the things Coach Warner talked about here in the preseason, just the amount of years of experience. I believe if you combine all the coaching staffs, combined years of coaching football, it's over 250 years. So just an incredible amount of long-time coach. I mean, I'm looking down there at Coach Atkins. I mean, I'm in my mid-40s. He's one of my coaches.
He's been putting those cones out for a long time.
Yeah, and Coach Zion, I mean, been around the program since the 80s. I mean, so we've got some guys on the staff that have been here for many, many years, for generations, and that consistency in staff really leads to success.
7-3 for Mulvane a year ago, but 2 of those losses came to the hands of the Crusaders. Who mentioned this, the 47th meeting all-time between these two schools. Buhler leads the all-time series 27-17, dating all the way back to 1976, and 16-3 in the Warner era. That streak now in Buhler's favor in 7 straight games. The last loss to the Wildcats came back in 2018. But a brand new season, a new slate, a lot of familiar players we'll talk about on both offenses coming up as our Midway Motors drive to the game continues. Coverage of Crusader football tonight, streaming live, both audio and video, on the free Ad Astra Radio app. It's powered by Next Tech Wireless, the latest phones and devices at the best prices. More of our Midway Motors drive to the game is coming up on HKFM.
You're on the Midway Motors Drive to the Game on HKFM. Midway Motors, for every mile of life. Aaron West and Chris Shank bring you Crusader football Friday nights at 6:30 on HKFM.
Manufacturing facilities, warehouses, oil, fuel and water storage, grain elevators, product makers, rooftops, HVAC containment, refineries, garages, and more rely on the quality and integrity of WIFCO products. Go to WIFCOSP.com for more. WIFCO Steel Products, the experts in steel fabrication.
At Mid-Kansas Credit Union, we live by our motto, grounded in the past, growing for the future. We are a full-service credit union with offices in Mound Ridge and Buhler. Mid-Kansas Credit Union would like to wish all the athletes the best of luck as they compete this season.
Prairie Nights are back at the Hutchinson Zoo. Enjoy a wild night at the final Sips of Summer, Saturday, September 20th, 6 to 9 p.m. It's an adults-only happy hour with live music, adult beverages, and summer staples like s'mores and sliders, alongside nostalgic summer camp fun and unique experiences that only the Hutchinson Zoo offers. Prairie Nights, final Sips of Summer, Saturday, September 20th, 6 to 9 p.m. Head to the zoo's website for more details and to purchase tickets.
Looking for something wild to do? Check out Prairie Nights at the Hutchinson Zoo.
Hi, this is Lucas Sawyer, Market President with Community National Bank and Trust. Community National is a Kansas-based bank focused on our customers and growing the communities we call home. With over $2 billion in assets, 40 locations, CNB&T has the resources and technology to make your banking even more convenient than before. Stop by one of our banking centers in Stafford, Buhler, Inman, or Hutchinson today, or check out mybankcnb.com. Member FDIC. Community National Bank and Trust, your community bank.
Crusader football on HKFM.
And back here on our Midway Motors drive to the game, time for this day in Crusader history. We'll take you back to September the 5th of 2014. Not a win for the Crusaders. Actually, They have not played a lot of games on this date in history. A 41-20 loss to the hands of Andale. That was coming off Buhler's championship year in 2013. But an interesting note, the Black Knights on that night held Andale to just 2 yards passing, which is the second fewest in school history. That defense anchored by Buhler great linebacker Jet Burkhart, who finished his career with 341 tackles and went on to be a walk-on at K-State.
Yep, and just got married recently.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I still remember that game because I believe, wasn't that a game that got moved to Hutch JUCO because of the new turf, if I remember correctly? One of those Andale games did.
Could have been. But you think about that, they scored 41 points, 2 yards passing.
Yes.
That's the most Andale number you could come up with.
Absolutely. Only 4 games all time on this September the 5th. Buhler 1-4. Their most recent win, you have to go all the way back to 1980, the Rick White era here at Buhler. They beat Kingman on that night 21-12. Well, we talked about a lot of new names on the defensive side, but then offensively, new quarterback in Asher Zachary. I know that Coach is really high on Ash and his opportunity as he gets to lead this offense. But a familiar tailback back in Ben Klaus, of course, went out with that injury after 4 games last year. Went out, he was averaging 7 yards a carry, and he has looked fantastic in the summer. They're really excited to have him back at tailback.
Well, Klaus is one of those guys who just runs so hard. You know that you're going to get maximum effort from him. Does a great job of just churning the legs. And a guy that maybe not the biggest guy, but just a guy that, man, he's tough to bring down. And we've seen him take some pretty big shots, and he's one of those guys who just pops up and goes again.
Equally important, Matthew, in this offense is the fullback. Max Harmony takes over for Nick Gazaway. Had some time at fullback last year. They expect big things from him.
Yeah, they really like to run that inside trap. And if Buhler, if Coach Warner can get what he wants, they use that inside trap to really give the tailback a little bit of rest. And it's really nice when you got a guy like Max, what a luxury, who can also break one himself. So a couple of guys that play that spot that have some real upside.
When we talk about luxury and Buhler, kind of rich with offensive weapons as we look at our HAG 360 insurance ones to watch coming into the season. And you can't help but talk about Landon Martinez. He came in late playoffs last year and really kind of sparked the offense there. I remember that night at Wamego where he had several big plays.
Yeah, and for Coach Warner to hand the keys to the car to a freshman in that big of a playoff game, it shows the faith that this staff has in Landon. And, like you said, he made some huge plays in a huge game, and it's going to be really fun to see him this year as a sophomore, what he can do offensively for the Crusaders.
Matt, that new quarterback we talked about, Asher Zachary, did have one start last year, played in the El Dorado game back a season ago, but that's really been it for him. On the varsity side, what do you look for from Ash?
Asher is a pretty cerebral kid. Anybody that knows him, you can see him kind of working when he's pitching on the pitcher's mound. He really approaches quarterback position a little bit the same way. Pretty cerebral, really good athlete. He's tall, right? So ability to see over the line, and he has really a little bit of a cannon. Really can push the ball downfield if Coach Warner sees a matchup in the secondary that he likes. Also, the ability on a keeper or like a naked boot to get outside, contain fairly easily, which opens up those crossing routes down the field, drag routes, those crossing routes. I think there's some things that Coach Warner may look to pick on with Asher in that way.
When we talk about those ones to watch on Mulvane side, it has to be Manny Myers back for his senior season. He's thrown combined for over 2,000 yards the last 2 years, 1,200 yards last year. He rushed for 1,300. He's got all his weapons back as far as receivers. Circle his name as one you're going to have to stop tonight to win.
Yeah, he was an all-state player a year ago as a junior, and somebody that, I really feel like offensively, the Mulvane engine goes through him. And so if you can slow down Manny Myers, you're going to have a chance to beat him. If Manny Myers runs roughshod on you, Mulvane's going to have a pretty good chance of winning a lot of football games.
Yeah, we'll certainly call his game a lot tonight, and that Buhler 4-3 defense will be after him. That's no doubt there. Buhler and Mulvane coming up are ones to watch, brought to you by Ag 360 Insurance. Contact agents Darren Eddy and Cody Morris in Inman. partners in your legacy. More of our pregame. We'll talk coming up with Coach. Chris has his keys to the game and more coming up here on HKFM.
Drive to the game. Later in the show, we'll hear from head coach Steve Warner, and Chris Schenk gives us his 3 keys to victory. The Buhler Crusaders play on 95.9 HKFM.
Hello fans, Monty Cross with HCU Investment Insurance Services, and as an alumni of Buhler, I am proud to sponsor Crusader Sports. HCU Investment Insurance Services is located inside Heartland Credit Union at 23rd and Severance in Hutchison. Call me today at 620-669-0177 or 800-428-8472. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Insurance products offered through LPL Financial or its licensed affiliates.
Hi, this is Todd Rowland. Bank of the Plains is committed to providing high-quality financial services while maintaining the highest standards of integrity, customer service, and professionalism. Our dedicated staff here in Sterling values our relationships with you and welcomes the opportunity to earn your business, trust, and friendship. A proud supporter of Black Bear and Warrior events, Bank of the Plains, an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Crusader football on HKFM.
And we're back here from Wildcat Stadium in Mulvane. We talked a little bit about the wet weather, 54 degrees and damp down there in the field, Matt. This is probably the coldest start to a football season I can remember in a very long time.
Yeah, I was talking with Doc Lackey here a few minutes ago. We were chuckling about the fact that normally what he has to do the first 2 weeks is run out and stretch kids' calf cramps out as they're playing in really hot field conditions. This is not a normal early September evening. This feels like mid-late October.
Elsewhere around the league tonight, Augusta at Chanute, Andale at El Dorado. Well, you got to be watching Chris McPherson at Great Bend. We'll get both of those teams later in the year. That's a very intriguing matchup.
Yeah, no, I was just texting a McPherson parent who has a sophomore on that team that I was saying, hey, be glad your son's not drawing, having to guard Ian Premer because, man, one of the best players in all the state of Kansas. And, yeah, that'll be quite the matchup tonight. You know, Mac's got a fairly young team as well, and, you know, Great Bend's going to be very dangerous this year.
Arc City at Winfield in the Battle of the Cali Cup, Clearwater at Rose Hill, Collegiate at Wellington, the other league games. Full schedule of games tonight on our Ad-Astra Radio Sports Network as well. And you can find schedules and live streaming by downloading the free Ad-Astra Radio app. Pre-game thoughts from head coach Steve Warner when we come back here on HKFM.
On the Midway Motors Drive to the Game, our pre-game conversation with head coach Steve Warner. Stream Crusader football on your smartphone with the Ad-Astra Radio app. Buhler Crusader football on HKFM.
At Pleasant View Home, we believe memory care should feel like home. That's why our memory care unit offers private rooms, a secure courtyard, and 24/7 care from staff trained in Alzheimer's and dementia support. Residents enjoy full lives guided by their own choices with daily activities designed just for them. We don't just care, we honor the person behind the memory. Come see the difference at Pleasant View Home in Inman.
If you're feeling overwhelmed or in crisis, you are not alone. The mobile crisis team at Horizons Mental Health Center is here for you 24/7 and is safe and appropriate. We'll travel to meet you right where you are. Get support today. Call 1-800-794-0163 and ask for mobile crisis.
Well, back here on the Midway Motors Drive to the game, time for pregame thoughts from head coach Steve Warner. Coach, first off, it's good to be back, huh?
Oh, it's great to be back. I'm excited, and I know the kids are excited, parents are excited. We're ready for a game.
Finished a pretty good season, top 4 in the state, 9-3 last year. Very Buhler-like season, what we've kind of become accustomed to, but transitioning from that team to this team, in particular on defense, lost a lot of seniors.
We really did. We only have 2 returning starters back, Jacob Miller and Jack Spratt, but we have a lot of talent. We have a lot of kids to choose from, and we're pleased with the effort and the attitude of the kids, and We just feel like we're going to put a good product on the field with the defense, and they're going to be flying to the ball like we're accustomed to watching our defense play that way. And I don't see this group being any different.
Talk about those two returning starters who kind of figure to have a pretty good year. Boy, especially Jacob Miller at linebacker looks really strong. Liked what I saw from him in practice so far.
Oh, I agree. He definitely had a great year last year, the 3-year starter for us. He's been solid. He runs well. He's big. He's physical. They've got to know where he is, to be honest. They've got to be able to block him because otherwise he'll be all over the field.
A lot of talent coming back on the offensive side of the ball, starting with getting Ben Klaus back. Really had a great start to the year before the injury last year, and so hopefully an injury-free season for him.
Well, I sure hope so. He had over 600 yards rushing after 4 games, so obviously very dynamic runner. It was awful that he got hurt. We just hate to see injuries, but he's bounced back. He's having a great offseason, and even at camp, we saw him against Wichita Northwest, who was one of the top 5 teams, I'm sure, in the state. And I remember there was a play where he ran the ball where he bounced it again, and he bounced it again, and all of a sudden we have 7 yards because of his athleticism. It wasn't that we blocked it perfect, but he still got us 7 yards on a play. And those are things that he can do for us. Obviously, it's way better and easier if we block well, but if something's not there, he can sure make things happen.
Talk about your young quarterback, Asher Zachary, takes over as the starter. What have you seen from him so far in practice?
Well, first off, this is his first varsity game, so obviously the nerves are going to be there, but he's going to be a tremendous quarterback for us. He sees the field well. He throws well. There's things he has to work on with being inexperienced. Audibles is something we're really working hard on, but he's going to be outstanding. He just needs some games to get under his belt. Maybe a little nervousness at the beginning, but he does a great job of reading defenses and finding open receivers, and so I'm very excited about the way he's playing for us.
Well, a new season, but a very familiar opponent, longtime rivalry with Mulvane, and they always play us tough. They'll be good again this year and always very athletic, particularly on the offensive side of the ball.
Without a doubt. And they feel like this is their year. So this is, something we've talked about a lot, that we have to be ready because they got embarrassed with us game 10 for them last year. And then, of course, we went on to the semifinals. But they're upset about that, and they've got a tremendous quarterback. And Manny Myers is his name, but just outstanding. He throws the ball well, but he also is probably even better with his feet and running the ball. But we're going to have to stop him, contain him. And they've got plenty of weapons to throw to. So our young D-backs, which we don't have a senior in the D-back field, they're all going to get tested. And we've got 2 sophomores starting that very, very athletic, Landon and Garrett. But they're going to be tested, so we're going to have to be ready to go.
Defensively, they'll come at you with that 3-4 defense, but they like to bring pressure a lot with their linebackers.
Oh, they like to blitz the linebackers. And, you're taking a chance when you do that because last year it sure hurt them on a couple of times. They blitzed away from the play and where we were running, and we were able to gash them a couple of times. So you live by it, you die by it is why I always feel. They do want to get pressure on us. They move their defensive linemen a lot too, and they also have an outstanding linebacker returning number 9. I don't remember his name, but he's an outstanding player that did not play in game 2 against us last year, but he is definitely solid.
I would imagine most teams' first game of the year still going to be some things right to work through, but definitely want to minimize those mistakes if you can.
Always. And I mean, I'll be saying that week 12, we got to take care of the football and don't turn it over. That's always a huge key. But the hardest part about game 1 is, calling the plays for a whole new team, a whole new offense. And then, of course, I'm going to revert back to what's worked for us in the past, but also, what do we do really well? And we think we know that until you get into a game and you're tested, then you don't really know it. But we know that there's things that Asher can do that Script didn't do, and then Script last year did things well that Asher can't do. So I've got to figure out my quarterbacks and what they do well and put them in good situations.
Absolutely. Well, we're excited to get the season started. Looking forward to tonight. Wish you the best of luck, and we'll talk to you after the game.
Thank you.
That's head coach Steve Warner. We're back with more of our Midway Motors drive to the game right after this.
We're just minutes away from tonight's kickoff. Just ahead on the Midway Motors drive to the game, Chris gives us his 3 keys to victory. The Buhler Crusaders play on 95.9 HKFM.
Midway Motors offers the most convenient way to service your vehicle with our pickup and drop-off service. Multi-point inspection video texted to you so you can see what the technicians are seeing, handy text approvals of proposed work, and even the option to pay through text. And if you decide it's time to sell your vehicle, we can appraise your vehicle and let you know what it's worth. Schedule your hassle-free service appointment today at midwaymotors.com. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Struggling to catch your breath? Whether it's asthma, COPD, or pulmonary dysfunction, Hutchison Pulmonology Associates are here to help you breathe easier and live life to the fullest. Don't let breathing problems hold you back. With expert care and personalized treatment, we're here for you every breath of the way. Visit hutchregional.com or call 62513-4800 today. Breathe better, feel better with Hutchison Regional.
Crusader football on HKFM.
All right, approaching kickoff time. Let's go down on the field for tonight's coin toss. Matt?
He wants tails. I'll let it land. It is heads.
All right, guys, Buhler lost. Mulvane won the toss. They will defer, and Mulvane will kick towards the north end zone.
All right, Buhler will start the season with the football. Christopher, let's talk about some keys to the game.
All right, number 3, I think succession in the secondary. There's lots of new starters there. Dylan Skripczyk is the only returner with much experience. So tonight, Garen Gleason, the sophomore, gets his first start at safety. Landon Martinez, first start at corner. McCade Zachary out there as well. Ben Klaus might be able to chip in a little bit. So those guys in the secondary definitely going to be tested tonight by this Mulvane Wildcat team. I think number 2, taking care of the football. We talked about it beforehand. There's always first game turnovers. And tonight, with it being a wet surface, there might even be more tonight, so the team with the fewest turnovers is probably going to come out of here with the win. And then muffling Manny Myers. You know, we talked about it earlier. Last year, he had almost 100 completions, threw for over 1,200 yards, rushed for almost 1,400 yards, and they're going to be incredibly reliant. I really, truly feel like Mulvane's going to be more reliant on Manny Myers making things happen offensively than probably any other factor in this game.
Buhler will be in their all-white uniforms, white pants, white tops with the maroon numerals and the black helmets on the road tonight. It's the green home uniforms for Mulvane, green tops with green bottoms, and the tops are trimmed out in red, white, and blue tonight for the Wildcats, just like tonight's teams. I Need a Cleaner is going to help you look like a winner. It's where to take your clothes. Our Heartland Wealth Strategies starting lineups. Asher Zachary will make his second ever start at quarterback. The junior, 6'3", 175. And much anticipation with what he'll bring to this offense. He'll have Ben Klaus, the talented tailback, injured after Game 4 last year, but averaging 6 yards a carry. And Max Harmony, his fullback. We'll see a number of guys at receiver. Eli White, McCade Zachary. Expect Landon Martinez to have his name called. Dylan Skripczyk, tight ends, Jax Pratt, and Jacob Miller. The offensive line anchored by Nixon Stanley at big tackle. The junior back has one of 3 returning starters. Next to him, the big guard is John Aldridge. And then at quick tackle, his second season starting is senior Logan Turner. 2 sophomores in the middle in Landon Simon at center and Gabe Edmond at quick guard. Buhler and Mulvane for the 47th time tonight. We've had a little bit of a delay to kickoff as Mulvane was slow to get their team to the sidelines. So I think we're about ready to go.
And if you notice, Mulvane changed after warming up in their greens. They're wearing special American flag uniforms that I've never seen before. So
black and red, kind of an odd combo for Mulvane.
Mulvane, of course, 7-game winner last year. They've got a lot of experience back, particularly on offense. Head coach Daniel Myers in his 8th season. A lot of people around this program feel like this may be an opportunity year for them. And I know the Black Knights would like to take that away here in Game 1.
No doubt.
So Buhler will receive. And deep to return for the Crusaders, Landon Martinez and McCade Zachary. Mulvane set to kick off. It'll be Tavian Osborne to kick from his own 40-yard line. And we are underway. The season is here, set for Crusader football on HKFM. Martinez will take it at the 15. Up the middle across the 20-25. He breaks a tackle to the outside. One man to beat at the 50 and slides down at the 45. The only player between him and the end zone was the kicker, Tavian Osborne. Almost looked like Martinez trying to do a little slip, little hitch and go, and slipped there on the turf.
Yeah, he was trying to lose Osborne there, but just kind of lost his footing that time. And if he doesn't lose his footing there, Landon maybe starts the season with a house call. But anyway, the Crusaders with fantastic field position after that great return by Martinez.
11:51 to play here in the quarter one. Here's Asher Zachary with his first snap at quarterback this season. Hands off. And it's that inside handoff to the fullback, straight ahead across the 45 and up to the 42-yard line.
So good start for the Crusaders, some positive yardage here.
Looked like he picked up about 3. Max Harmony, the new starting fullback on this team. Boy, everybody really excited to have Ben Klaus back.
Yeah, he is such a neat kid and somebody that is a shame last year's season getting cut to a close early because of that injury.
Second down and 8. So they'll put a receiver, that's Martinez, in motion right to left out of the I formation. And here is Klaus with his first carry. Bounces to the outside at the 40. Breaks out of one tackle and then gets gang tackled at the 35. Look at that second effort, though, as Ben Klaus behind the push from his offensive line. He was stopped initially short, but ends up with enough for the first down. How about the 33? It'll be a First National Bank first down.
What a great second effort there by Ben Klaus. He's so strong, and definitely you can tell he's hit the weight room hard this summer because he looks even stronger than he did last year as a junior.
Gain of 11 on that play. It'll be first down and 10. Left hash mark. Buhler going right to left here in this first quarter. From about the 33, it'll be Zachary out of the gun. 2 receivers left, 2 right. Throws, and there's that drop. Throwing to McCade Zachary. Zachary had it in the breadbasket and couldn't hold on. Maybe that's some of that wet weather coming into play.
Yeah, because Zachary and McCade wide open that time. Just a little hook route underneath, and had some space. No defenders in his vicinity, but just couldn't quite hang onto the football. And you talked about it earlier too, Matt. At the beginning of a drive, that ball is going to be dry, but as the drive continues, it just gets wet. They're not able to towel it off every single snap.
So it'll be second down and 10 after the incompletion. They'll go back to the I formation. Offset I with 1 receiver split to the left. It's a 2 tight end set. Inside handoff, and it goes to the fullback, Max Harmony. He bangs forward to the 31 for a couple of yards, and Buhler will face its first third down of the season here at about 3rd and 8.
Big third down conversion here for Buhler. If they get much of a positive gain here, might be in 4-down territory, as there's not much space to try to coffin corner kick here.
So a yard they gave Harmony in the inside handoff to the 32. Buhler going right to left. They're going to put Zachary out of the gun with Klaus to his right. 3 receivers split to the right side. Zachary, the lone receiver, to the left. Asher wants to throw one-on-one. The tight end, Jacob Miller, goes up and tries to make a spectacular catch and can't come down with the football at the 5-yard line. It'll be 4th down.
That was just a great play made in the secondary there by Andel's Grady Myers, little brother of Manny Myers, as he just got a hand in there, perfect time, and was able to bat it away for the incompletion.
Jacob Miller, the tight end, was in position at the 5 to make that catch. The receiver and defender went up simultaneously, and Jake could not come down with the football, so it'll be 4th down. It looks like they're going to try maybe to go for it here at the 32. 4th down and 9. Trips, bunts to the right side. Zachary out of the gun. Ash wants to throw again. He's got his brother McCade to the 1-yard line and makes a spectacular grab. It'll be 1st and goal, Crusaders.
Some redemption there for McCade Zachary. Dropped the first target of the night, but that time caught in the monster 4th down conversion and gets all the way down to the 1-yard line, and Buhler setting up shop, 1st and goal. What a great completion from brother to brother there.
McCade got there quickly. That throw almost a little bit late, but Zachary was wide open. And it'll be first and goal at the 1 yard line.
The corner on that side kind of bit up, and so there was a little bit of a cavern there between the corner and the safety, and Asher was able to deliver the football.
They'll stack 3 backs in the backfield here on first and goal, and it's Ben Klaus, and we're hoping to say this a lot this year. Ben Klaus to the house for 6. Touchdown, Crusaders.
Great opening drive for Buhler, not an empty possession. It involved a conversion on 4th down, and great way for Buhler to start the season, taking it about half the length of the football field on that drive.
56 yards in 5 plays, and Ben Klaus with the touchdown, his first of the year, and the first of the season for the Crusaders. There's a penalty marker down on the PAT attempt. A flag came out on the kick attempt by Nathan Wells, and we'll get the call from the officials.
Oh, it is on defense.
I think it's going to be against Mulvane. That is touchdown number 30 in the career of Ben Klaus. Well, you think about the numbers he's put up and not have played a full season last year. Buhler's going to set up to kick here from the 9 after the penalty on the Wildcats. It's a low line drive, no good. They can't punch it through. So 6-0 Buhler, 9:07 to go in quarter number 1 from Mulvane. From the Allen Samuels broadcast booth, Crusader football on HKFM.
I'm Dr. Brian Keniston with McPherson Dental Care. McPherson Dental Care has many options for your orthodontic journey. We do braces and we also do Invisalign. For example, Invisalign, which is a way to move your teeth more gentle, much more quicker. It's clear and removable, and it gradually straightens your teeth with no brackets, wires, and it's faster and more comfortable than braces.
McPherson Dental in Buhler, Inman, Hillsborough, McPherson, and Lyons, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
Got a tough to-do list? Tackle it with an even tougher Can-Am Defender. Agri Center has just the one for you. This capable and clever side-by-side for work gets the job done. With a class-leading 69 foot-pounds of torque and up to 2,500 pounds towing capacity. Come see us in Hutchinson and Salina to learn more about the 2025 Can-Am Defender HD10. No matter the task, no matter the terrain, you can rely on the Can-Am Defender. So head on down to Agri Center, just named 2023 National Dealer of the Year in Hutchinson and Salina.
HKFM.
Back here for the kickoff from Wildcat Stadium in Mulvane. And it's going to bounce to the 10 and roll out of bounds near the pylon here on the near side to our left.
Yeah, it stayed in bounds luckily, so Buhler will not be penalized, so they get the touchback there.
So it does roll into the end zone for the touchback. Our first look at Manny Myers. Threw for 1,200, rushed for 1,300 a year ago. New tailback in the backfield. We actually saw Curtis Carruthers in the playoffs. Their starting tailback last year hurt late in the year. Carruthers 194 yards on 42 carries last season. And a bevy of talented receivers back for this team as well. First and 10 from the 20. 9:07 to play here in the first. For the Mulvane Wildcats, that 4-3 Coach Cole's led Black Knight defense with Jax Pratt and Lane Burkhart of the defensive ends. Jacob Burklow and Noah Carson, the new tackles in the middle. And they'll go on the ground early, and nothing there, a loss of a yard. Nothing on the handoff to Carruthers to the right side, and a quick stop and a loss of a yard for the Black Knights.
Great fill there by Mad Max Harmony, coming right through, reading it, and dropping him for a loss or no gain.
Asher McConaughey, Jacob Miller, Max Harmony, the linebackers. McCade Zachary, Dylan Skripsik, Landon Martinez, and Garrett Gleason. Most of those 11 making their first start on defense tonight.
So you know they got some nerves as it's the first time they're playing to begin a game on a Friday night.
Myers goes shotgun, empty backfield's going to take off up the middle. He'll have the first down and finally be brought down at the 30-yard line. And so we're going to see that a ton tonight. Myers has that option. If he doesn't like what he sees in the passing game, he can take off at any time.
And he's almost one of those quarterbacks you hate to flush out of the pocket because he can hurt you so well with his legs.
Well, he gained 11 up to the 30, and that'll be a first down. New set of downs. Mulvane Down 6-0 going left to right here. Myers is going to stay out of the gun with Carruthers to his left, 2 receivers right. And they'll put one of those in motion. That is Hudson Myers. And a whistle.
It's gonna be
play blown dead.
They had some motion going on where their guys wasn't set, I believe, so an illegal shift or false start.
Their left guard jumped. He had done it the play before, and then he did it again. The umpire saw it the second time.
It'll already be the second penalty of the night on the Wildcats. So 1st and 10 back to the 25. And they're going to hand off right side run. This is Carruthers. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and then gains an extra yard to the 31. And that'll bring up a 2nd down and 9.
Outside linebacker Asher McConaughey making the stop there for Buhler.
Well, rain continuing to fall. Maybe it looks like it's picked up a little bit down there, Matthew. Raining a little heavier now, huh?
Yeah, it's definitely picking up.
7:22 on the first quarter clock, and another flag comes out, this time by the white hat in the backfield.
Broke the huddle with 12, I believe. Legal substitution penalty goes against Mulvane, so.
Well, you would expect, I mean, we talked a little bit with Coach Warner, first game of the year, there are going to be some hiccups early on.
Yep, lots of new guys and just that stress of playing for the first time, knowing it's meaningful minutes.
5 wides. Myers will throw near side. It'll be caught by Hayes Inslee, but then he is driven out of bounds immediately on this near sideline. McCade Zachary and company in there to knock him out of bounds. And actually a loss on the play, Christopher. A loss of about 4, and it'll be 3rd down and long.
Yeah, one of the other folks in on the stop, Garrett Gleason, getting his first start tonight, coming from the high safety on the near side, helping McCade Zachary over there.
Back to the 27 right hash mark. Mulvane going left to right. 2 receivers split right, 1 to the left. He'll put Inslee in motion with Myers out of the shotgun. Low snap, able to corral it. Rolling to his left, wants to throw up the field, and that is caught or no, incomplete at the 49-yard line.
Good break for Buhler that time as the receiver on the far side, Caleb Bohr, got free, but the pass a little bit underthrown, and Bohr tried to trap it off the turf and did not make the catch.
Now, one thing kind of predictably about Myers, for all the things he's really, really good at, he instinctively runs to his left when he is under pressure or trying to extend a play. Looks like the Wildcats are going to have to punt here. 6:24 on this first quarter clock, down 6-0. A low snap on the punt. They'll get the kick away. It's going to be McCade Zachary who takes it at the 32, stumbles to the 35, still on his feet to the 40, and then driven out of bounds at the 42-yard line. So Buhler holds on defense after scoring on their first drive of the night. Christopher, they get the ball back with a golden opportunity here to go up 2 scores.
Yeah, and Buhler doing a great job defensively there. Mulvane had a little success, but Buhler kind of got them stalled out. They had some penalty troubles, and good to see the Black Knights force an empty possession the first time Mulvane touched the football.
Buhler will be 1st and 10 from their own 43-yard line, as their offense will take over for a second time. 56 yards in 5 plays for a score in their last drive. Out of the I formation, they'll pitch right to Klaus. Gets a block on the edge by his tight end, Jacob Miller, and gets forward up to the 44-yard line. So not much there, maybe a gain of 1.5 on the play.
Yeah, one of the first times they really ran Klaus to the outside, and Mulvane did a good job of clogging things up over there. They run that 3-4, so they bring linebackers off the edges all the time, and there were some guys in that vicinity kind of hemming Klaus in.
A couple of key linebackers there on that side. Reed Hackelman, 34 tackles a year ago, a senior. Drew Miller, a junior, also there, a returning starter for the Wildcats. 2nd down and 9, clock running, 5:34 to go in the quarter. High snap and a fumble. And that's the first turnover of the night. Kind of looked like Zachary and Klaus maybe had a little communication problem on the handoff. Ball popped out, and Mulvane's going to recover.
It's a tough break for the Crusaders as the first turnover gives Mulvane some newfound life. So the Black Knights are going to have to check back in and try to shut Mulvane down, their second time having the football.
They're going to have it in Buhler territory here. at the 43-yard line. Buhler was plus 12 in that takeaway category. So good at winning those takeaways a year ago. 1st and 10 Wildcats. Out of the gun, Myers with his tailback behind him. He'll hand it off, a straight ahead carry. And a good blocking up front by that Wildcat offensive line. Forward progress up to the 36-yard line by Carruthers on the carry. Will bring up about 2nd down and 4.
Yeah, Asher McConaughey teaming up with Max Harmony there after the big pickup there from Mulvane.
2nd down and 3, let's call it, from the 36-yard line. Mulvane left to right, down 6-0. They'll keep Myers out of the gun. They blanket him with 3 backs in the backfield. Only 2 wide receivers on this play, and the ball comes out loose on the turf at the 35, and it appears for the moment that Mulvane has recovered.
Yeah, Myers was able to fall back on top of it. Jacob Burlow there, as well as Max Harmony trying to fight him for the football there, but Myers was able to haul it back in.
What's the adrenaline like for these guys making their first start tonight?
It's probably off the Richter scale as far as nerves, butterflies, because it's one thing to be playing junior high ball. It's one thing to be playing freshman ball or JV ball. Completely different animal when you're on Friday night under the lights.
Big 3rd down here for the Wildcats. They're going to keep it on the ground, and the Black Knights are going to drive back Mulvane on that run play up the middle. Another loss, and it brings up a 4th down. See where they stop the forward progress. It's at the 36-yard line, so they're looking at 4th down at about 3.
There was just an absolute wall of Crusaders there. Curtis Carruthers had nowhere to go and just ran into the wall and then got pushed back for the loss.
Mulvane's going to go for it here.
Watch the quick kick here.
They're going to keep it with Myers to the left side. He's going to be close to a 1st down. We'll see where they spot the ball. The 1st down stick is right around the 33, but I don't know that he got there.
Yeah, there was a lot of pushing there towards the end.
Well, it's going to be close in the 1st down. Myers picks it up with his legs and a new set of downs for the Wildcats.
And Manny Myers really earned that on his 2nd effort because it looked like he was going to be stopped a couple yards short of the line to gain, but then just kept the legs churning, had some help from some O-linemen over there, and they were able to get him across for the 1st down.
Well, both teams have converted a 4th down now in this quarter. Still 6-0, down to 3:15 to play in the 1st. Myers out of the gun with Carruthers to his left. He'll hand it off. Carruthers running right across the formation, trying to get to the edge, and he'll be eventually driven out of bounds after a short gain on the right side by Dylan Scripson.
Yeah, McCade Zachary there had a chance, but just lost his footing and fell down, and that helped spring the Mulvane Wildcat for the bigger run there.
It's across the 30 up to the 28. It's a gain of 5, 2nd down and 5. The drive started with 5:30 on the clock for the Wildcats. It's now taken 2.5 minutes off the clock. Down to 3 minutes to go in the 1st. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Myers scrambling to his left, being chased. 1-on-1 up the field. He overthrows the target at the 5 with Jacob Miller, the linebacker, in coverage. Well incomplete of the intended target, and that'll bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, good coverage that time by Jacob Miller, the linebacker out there in coverage. Some of the Mulvane faithful wanting a pass interference call, but Miller just doing a good job being physical.
If they don't pick up another yard on this 3rd down, I still don't think they punt. We'll see.
Yeah, no, they already showed their propensity of wanting to go for it.
Right hash mark of the 28-yard line. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Inside 5 on the play clock as Myers is going to keep it and faked everybody with a handoff to the left. He went right. Black Knights weren't there to cover, and a 1st down at the 15-yard line.
Yeah, Manny Myers, every time he touches it, it's dangerous.
Actually going to mark him out of bounds at the 16. Carruthers went left and the defense bit with the fake. And Myers had plenty of open grass on the right side.
So Mulvane continuing to kind of grind away this drive. Looked like Buhler shut him down earlier, but that fourth down conversion might come back to haunt the Crusaders.
So 1st and 10 at the 16, down to 2:24 to go here in this opening quarter of play. 6-0 Crusaders. Myers out of the gun and keeps again. He's had a good night on the ground so far. Stumbles forward after some initial contact. And they're going to call him down at the 12-yard line. That'll be a gain of 4 for Myers. Well, you've heard Coach Warner talk about it over the years. 4 yards in a cloud of dust every time. That'll get you a lot of victories.
Yeah, pretty unstoppable that time. McConaughey as well as Harmony in on the stop for Buhler.
2nd down and 6 from the 12. Mulvane inside the Buhler red zone for the first time tonight. 2 receivers right, 1 left. And this is Myers again on the fake. And a 4-yard gain forward progress up to about the 7.
Dylan Skripsic coming up to make the stop for Buhler there. But Mulvane, unfortunately, they can get a first down, and then they'll have a goal to go here. So Mulvane with lots of opportunities, definitely in 4-down territory here on out.
They pulled Carruthers here on this drive, the starting tailback, and Grady Myers in the last couple of snaps has been in there. Now they push Manny under center on a short down to go situation with the quarterback sneak. They get to the 9-yard line. And again, it's going to be close as to whether or not he has the first down. I think he does. So gets that progress to the 6, and it is 1st and goal, Wildcats.
So the Black Knight defense, they still can do something here, of course, with this wet conditions. Mulvane could fumble, and so Buhler's just got to try to keep him out here. Got 4 chances to try to do so.
1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Mulvane trying to tie it up with 33 seconds to go in the first quarter. And a flag out in the Mulvane backfield again. Actually a timeout, Mulvane on the field. Wildcats call a timeout. 6-0 Buhler. 33 seconds to go in the quarter. Timeout of the field from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth. Crusader football on HKFM.
Hungry for something epic? AJ Sports Grill is home of the 29-inch Super Dome Pizza. Enjoy $3 happy hour, including select apps, every day from 2 to 6 at AJ Sports Grill, inside the alley in Hutch.
HKFM.
Well, 1st and goal at the 6. After that timeout by Mulvane. And the Wildcats already 3 penalties on the night and took a timeout before they picked up a 4th.
Yeah, it's uncharacteristic for Mulvane to be so penalized.
It's kind of weird with the rainy night, not the normal full stadium that you would anticipate on the season opening night of football, and almost a little quiet in the stadium. Here we go, 1st and goal at the 6. Myers hands it off to the right side, and he'll be stood up the tailback by the Black Knight defense at the 5-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and goal from there. I believe that was Grady Myers on the carry.
Yep, and Jacob Burklow leading the charge for the Buhler Crusaders. He's one of those sophomores seeing his first career start tonight. Doing a great job getting penetration there. They're going to let it run out for the quarter.
The Wildcats will not take another snap in the first quarter of play. 6-0 Buhler. They scored quickly in their opening drive. It stayed that since then, but the Wildcats threatening on a 2nd and goal at the 5, trailing a touchdown. Opening night here tonight on the road in Mulvane. Crusader football from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
Are you building a house?
A swimming pool?
Are your lights flickering?
Call Schmidt Electric.
That's Schmidt Electric. 960-6755. Schmidt Electric will take care of all your electrical needs.
Got Spock?
Isaacson Insurance Agency, 38 years in business, available 24/7 to handle all your insurance needs. Visit isaacsonagency.com or call 620-727-0653 to start saving today. Isaacson Insurance Agency, free to do what's right for you.
Whether you want a small home remodel or need repairs done or have a brand new build project in mind, Erickson Custom Building is your choice. All of us at Erickson Custom Building would like to thank our customers for 20 years of business and friendship. Brian and the crew at Erickson have spent those years developing excellent customer service and quality leadership for all types of projects, big or small, traditional or trendy. When your project is finished, it will reflect your vision for quality and follow-through that exceeds your expectations, not your budget. Call Erickson Custom Building or find us on the web at ericksoncustombldg.com.
HKFM.
Well, back here on a second down and goal to go at the 5. A fresh 12 minutes on the clock. Will begin the second quarter with Buhler leading 6-0. Myers is going to keep to the right side. It has one man to beat, but a nice tackle over there, shy of the goal line. Wildcats are going to go no huddle here, forward progress to the 3. It's going to be 3rd and goal from there.
Yeah, Lane Burkhart making a stop in space, but
they'll hand off right side, touchdown. Grady Myers, the tailback into the end zone of the Wildcats with a PAT here, can take the lead for the first time of the game. It's that 3-yard touchdown run, ties it at 6.
Yeah, and the ironic thing is Buhler made the PAT when we scored in the first quarter, but it was an offsides penalty from Mulvane that caused Buhler to have to re-kick it, and Buhler took the 1.5 yards from the 3-yard line and then missed the PAT, so it's ironic that Mulvane's penalty could possibly give them the lead.
So 13 plays on that drive, and Mulvane with the extra point from Tavian Osborne is up and good, and they have the lead for the first time of the game. 7-6, Wildcats on top in quarter number 2. We'll be back with the kickoff right after this. Crusader football from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
Hi, this is James with IdeaTech. We love bringing internet freedom to the residents and businesses of Buhler. IdeaTech is a proud supporter and preferred internet provider of the Buhler Crusaders. As the Crusaders know, speed wins. We back up our lightning-fast internet with a customer-first philosophy. That means you will talk to a live person from our office in Buhler when you call in. If you're not already a customer, go to ideatech.com and click on Check Availability. Or you can call us at 620-543-5000 to inquire more about our services.
The Bradbury Company, headquartered in Mound Ridge, is a family-owned custom equipment builder, and they're hiring qualified candidates for manufacturing roles. Apply online at BradburyGroup.com. The Bradbury Company, wishing the best of luck to all the teams.
For more than 90 years, Hutchinson Community College has been the premier 2-year educational institution in Kansas, offering the highest quality education at an exceptional value. Schedule a personal campus tour today. Visit hutchcc.edu/campus tour.
HKFM.
7-6 Mulvane here with the kickoff from Wildcat Stadium. Here's Landon Martinez just breaking out of tackle after tackle. Boy, he is so dynamic, Christopher. Finally spun down at the 41-yard line, but a nice return.
Yeah, both kickoff returns he's had this evening have given Buhler good field position, so good to see the sophomore with that athleticism contributing for Buhler.
All right, see Buhler could get this lead back. 11:31 to go in quarter number 2. From their own 41-yard line. Fumbled the ball while driving on their last series. -1 so far in the takeaway category tonight. Out of the I formation, they'll go with single receivers either side. This is Klaus bouncing to the outside, blows up a linebacker. Wow. Linebacker meet Ben Klaus. That was Damian Nicholson who got run over. And Klaus out of bounds just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, Nicholson went for a ride that time. Klaus, right before impact, just dipped the shoulder, kept the legs churning, and knocked him back. And great hard run there by the senior tailback.
From the 49, it was a gain of 8. It'll be 2nd down and 2. Buhler going left to right here in this second quarter. Out of the I, they go with 2 tight ends, Pratt and Miller. Here is Klaus. And met by 2 Wildcats in the backfield and driven back for a loss on 2nd down. He lost 3 back to the 46.
That time Buhler went with a little crossbuck action and some of the Mulvane Wildcats just came pouring through one of the A-gaps and knocked Klaus for the loss.
So Buhler will have to come up with some third down magic here, be forced to punt on their third series of the night, trailing by a point, 7-6. Third down and 5 from the 46. First down stick is in Mulvane territory near the 48. Here's Asher Zachary out of the gun, throws near side, caught, but hit immediately. And it'll be shy of the first down. That'll bring a fourth down up. Dylan Skripczyk, the receiver, caught the ball, but had a defensive back right in his hip pocket to make the tackle.
Yeah, good pitch and catch that time. Skripczyk got open, but one of the Mulvane Wildcats coming back from safety position just came and knocked him as soon as he caught it. And so with the 4th and 4, shy of midfield, Coach Warner is going to elect to play field position and punt it away.
Only a gain of 2. And Dylan Skripczyk now will come on to punt for the first time this season. From near his own 40-yard line, he'll get a kick away, high kick, angling far side, bounces the 20. That's going to take a Buhler roll down inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Mulvane's going to have a ton of real estate ahead of them to score a second time today. But really the difference in this game, Wildcats,
yep,
we knew it would be, is Manny Myers.
Yes, Manny Myers is tough, and that turnover. So Mulvane has yet to turn it over. Hopefully Buhler can maybe force a turnover here this possession. And wouldn't it be awesome, Aaron, to be able to do it here in the short yardage situation?
Absolutely. Pinned inside their own 10 at the 9. Mulvane in 2 series, a punt and a touchdown, 13 plays and a 3-yard Grady Myers touchdown run for their first score of the night on their last drive. Leading 7-6, Manny Myers out of the gun, hands off straight ahead, and not much room there. Forward progress back to the line of scrimmage, and that's pretty much it. Brings up a 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, you could really see Coach Daniel Myers being kind of conservative here as you're operating in the shadow of your own goal line. Don't want to have something funky happen and cough it up for Buhler's sake, but see if the Black Knights can hold him 2 more downs and force the punt.
2nd down, the Wildcats will break the huddle with 15 on the play clock, 9:24 on the game clock here in the first half. 7-6 Wildcats, and they'll hand it off. This is Carruthers back in there at tailback. Ball comes loose, it's picked up to the house. Touchdown, Crusaders!
Garrett Gleason, the sophomore safety, getting his first score as this varsity player as the ball gets knocked loose, and he takes the scoop and score from about 15 yards out. Welcome to varsity football, Garrett Gleason.
The scoop and score, that is every defensive player's dream.
No doubt, no doubt.
Carruthers got popped on that left side after a short gain, and that wet, slippery ball just right out of his hand.
And I didn't see who made the hit to knock it loose, but the turnover battle even now, and Buhler capitalizes and takes the lead.
On a fumble, a Buhler touchdown run by Gleason. And now they'll go for the 2-point conversion. Zachary under center wants to throw to the corner of the end zone. It's batted incomplete. Intended for McCade Zachary. And so Buhler is 0 for 2 on extra point tries in the game. They do have the lead back after Mulvane's first turnover of the night. 12-7 Crusaders, 9:09 to go in the second here from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
This is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers. But did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
Is it time to replace an old can light trim? Sunflower Electric Supply has a great option, an LED recessed downlight that also includes a night light. This innovative design is perfect for a bathroom, hallway, stairway, or kitchen and is simple to install. The night light activates with the toggle of a light switch. It's energy efficient and color selectable from warm to cool white with the bulbs already included. Only $28. Visit us at Sunflower Electric Supply in Hutchinson, Great Bend, or Liberal to get yours today.
HKFM.
Well, back here after the scoop and score by Garrett Gleason of the turnover by Mulvane. Wildcat return, far side, big return in midfield, and brought down in Buhler territory at the 48, the return man for the Mulvane Wildcats, who they're going to have great field position to start this next drive after that turnover.
Yeah, Nathan Wells, the kicker, actually saving Buhler's bacon there, driving the returner out of bounds.
So Mulvane has got the ball back here with 9:01 to go in the second quarter. They're going to start this drive from the Buhler 48. Fumbled, a scoop and score to give the lead up on their last drive. Myers out of the gun, 2 receivers left, 1 right. Andy Myers, the senior quarterback, standing near the big M at midfield here at Wildcat Stadium in Mulvane. They'll snap it with 10 on the play clock. Grady Myers is back in at tailback, and he is drugged down almost immediately, running left by defensive end Max Harmony.
Yeah, Max Harmony has covered a lot of ground this night from the linebacking core, been involved in lots of stops for Buhler. Great to see that young man contributing on defense.
No gain on the play. Crusader football tonight brought to you by Schmidt Electric, by Idea Tech, Ag 360 Insurance, by Newfeld's Flooring, and by Daylight Donuts. Second down and 10. Clock continues to bleed time. 8:30 to go here in the half. Wildcats go with a 4-receiver look with Myers out of the gun. Grady Myers still in at tailback. Manny flushing to his left, throws, and it is bobbled and incomplete.
Great coverage there. Dylan Skripsic all over him, really harassing him well there.
Incomplete at the 46 of the short throw by Manny Myers, and that'll bring up a 3rd down and 10. Pressure on Myers is key, but you've also got to find containment there. You talked about it. Sometimes when you force him to scramble, he can make big things happen with his legs.
Oh, and I heard there was a flag out there, but yeah, they're going to hit Buhler with a roughing the passer penalty there that gives them a fresh set of downs. Tough break for Buhler.
A late flag, and the Crusaders' first penalty marker of the night. And that is going to move the ball up to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Wildcats. Well, Mulvane turned it over on their last set of downs. Could the Black Knights come up with another big stop here with Mulvane again near the red zone? 8:06 to go on the clock here in the first half.
With the wet ball, anything's possible.
Myers and company looking for their 2nd score on offense tonight. 5 wide receiver look.
Oh, good. All sorts of movement on Mulvane.
Lots of movement. They put Grady Myers from right to left in motion, but there were multiple guys moving on that play.
Yes, so easy penalty there. Buhler will get 5 of those yards back from that roughing the passer penalty that happened a moment ago.
I'll move it back to the 38. So 1st and 15 now for the Wildcats. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Myers out of the gun. Fakes to his tailback, runs right, then cuts left. Has some room on the left side. So elusive is Manny Myers. And near a first down, we'll see where they drive him out of bounds. He started left, or rather right, cut back to his left, Christopher, and found some room along the Buhler sideline.
Yeah, just a zone read, and it was a keep going to his left, and Manny Myers is one of those guys, if he gets an open field, he can really burn you, and he was able to get the edge and gain those 8 yards there against the Black Knight defense.
Got 12 on that play, 2nd down and 3 at the 26. 23-yard line is the first down stick here. Myers out of the shotgun. He's going to keep it again. And is going to be driven down shy of the first down. Got across the 25 to the 24. That's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1.
Great job that time. It was Colby McCarty, the junior D lineman, getting the stop for Buhler after about a 1-yard pickup.
Black Knight defense really hasn't broken yet. No big plays for the
big plays have not happened. Mulvane obviously in 4-down territory here. with it being 3rd and short, don't be surprised if Mulvane maybe doesn't take a risk here and then count on picking it up on 4th.
So 3rd down and 1, 2 backs, 3 backs behind Myers under the gun here. They're going to run it. And they've got the 1st down and then some across the 20.
Yeah, went old school with the old full house backfield. Jackson run ball in on the stop for Buhler after they get the 1st.
Forward progress up to the 18. It'll be 1st and 10. The Wildcats are back in the red zone. Crusader football brought to you by NF Insurance, by Community National Bank and Trust, Pleasant View Home by Hutchinson Zoo, and by Scooters Coffee.
Well, there's lots of scores coming through on the Buhler Dental Care scoreboard, but I got to give this one at the end of 1. Andale 40, El Dorado nothing at the end of the 1st quarter.
Who beats Andale this year?
I don't know.
1st and 10 at the 18. Wildcats, they stay with the 3 backs stacked behind Myers. And they'll hand it off again to the left side. Forward progress up to the 11. That is Grady Myers, who has had by far the most success of the Mulvane tailbacks so far in this game. Forward progress of 7 to the 11-yard line.
And this drive, Mulvane's almost taken 3 minutes off the clock. They're snapping probably around the 6-minute mark here.
Started with 9:01 to go in the half. It's down to 6:12. Wildcats doing most of this on the ground with the legs of Myers and not the arm. Here's a late pitch. Black Knights trying to suss that out, but it's going to be a 1st and goal. Grady Myers slipped through 2 defenders to the 5. 1st and goal, Mulvane.
I believe that was Paxton Richardson. Did a good job of just kind of slashing back against the Black Knight defense as they were in pursuit.
Because he's so dangerous, sometimes you pay so much attention to Grady Myers that it's another guy who ends up.
He opens up everything else for everybody else, because if you don't account for Manny Myers, he's going to hurt you, so that gives opportunities to others. You're spot on, Aaron. 1st
and goal at the 5-yard line. Mulvane trying to punch it in for a 2nd time tonight. They'll run left, trying to stretch to the edge, and a nice play, no gain. Nice defensive play over there by the Crusaders. That is Jackson Pratt.
Along with Landon Martinez. Yeah, great gang tackle there as the two met the defender just inside the 5-yard line. And so Buhler will force the 2nd and goal here. Clock continuing to melt away. Actually, the clock stopped with them going out of bounds there.
Well, Buhler on defense has preached for a long time. You fly to the football.
Yep, good pursuit angles pay dividends.
2nd and goal from the 5 after the no gain on that 1st down play. He'll keep it on the ground. Myers inside handoff, spinning his way forward. Got a couple of good blocks up front. It's going to be about 2 yards shy of the end zone. That brings up 3rd and goal. 3rd and 2. The Wildcats trying to take the lead back.
Looks like the rain is picked up here from a moment ago, and so maybe, just maybe, Buhler can stymie Mulvane here as they're knocking on the door with under 5 to go.
So 3rd down and goal at the 2. Myers out of the gun, surrounded by 3 running backs. And he keeps, and Buhler doesn't bite on the fake this time, and they drive him back to the 10-yard line. A big loss. It'll be 4th down.
Lane Burkhart just lassos him and slings him to the turf for the big loss. They're going to give him forward progress back to the 5-yard line, but nonetheless, it forces a 4th and goal from the 5-yard line. See if the Black Knights can hold him 1 more down.
Buhler did not bite on the fake that time.
No. Burkhart just came through, did a great job staying low and getting his hands on the slippery fella that is Manny Myers.
Well, a huge 4th down. Both teams have converted on 4th down. Both teams are 1 for 1 on 4th down tonight, but this so far the biggest of the night. Buhler leading 12-7, 3:57 to go in the quarter. This is Myers to throw, and it is caught for a touchdown.
And unfortunately, they snuck out in the far flat, Caleb Bohr, and he was running a route right along the goal line, was able to get free, and Myers lofts it out to him, and Bohr crosses the goal line to take the lead back to Mulvane's side.
So Mulvane will reclaim the lead with 3:48 to play now in the 1st half. First touchdown pass for either team tonight. Myers, that's the first pass attempt on that drive, which started at the Buhler 48-yard line. And Caleb Bohr is one of those experienced receivers back from a year ago, able to slip free of Jackson Rumbaugh and catch the 5-yard touchdown. And now the Wildcats set to go for 2. They'll hand it off straight up the middle and right at the goal line. Did he get in or not? No signal yet. No, stopped short of the goal line, says the White Hat. No good on the 2-point conversion for the Wildcats. So it is a 1-point Mulvane lead. 3:48 now to go here in the half from Wildcat Stadium. 13-12 Wildcats from the Alex Samuels broadcast booth. Crusader football on HKFM.
Flooring in Buhler, a few miles out of the city, light years out of the ordinary. Since first opening their doors in 1965, Neufeld's Flooring has offered one-of-a-kind flooring and accessories that perfectly pull your project together. That long-standing tradition continues today. Regardless of budget, Neufeld's Flooring can help turn your dreams into realities. Visit their showroom at 110 West 2nd in Buhler and find Neufeld's Flooring online at neufelds.com.
At People's Bank and Trust, we value our customers. We know you have plenty of choices for your mortgage loans, but we think we have what you're looking for: relationship banking. And if you're considering refinancing or purchasing a new home, check our competitive rates before you make that change. Your payments will be made at home, and you'll receive good personalized service. That's how we've established many long-lasting relationships. Make a change, know your lender, and make your payments at home with People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
HKFM.
There's Landon Martinez with another nice return after the touchdown. 3:40 to go in the half. Slips right across the 30 and driven out of bounds near the 35.
You know how excited I'm going to be to see Landon Martinez returning kicks on a dry night? Because, man, one of the only things slowing him down on those returns is just the slick conditions.
He will break one before the season's
no
over.
doubt, no doubt. With how quick and shifty he is, that shiftiness kind of working against him tonight on this wet turf.
From the 37, Buhler down to a point. 3:40 to go before halftime. Out of the I formation. We go with single receivers either side. Asher fakes, rolling out to his left, and he is going to be lit up back behind the 25-yard line. Sacked for the first time this season. We'll see where they mark him down. Closer to the 27.
Yeah, Buhler trying to run a play action pass that time, but just getting through there. Some good pressure. I believe that was Ryan Behrens for Mulvane.
It's going to be a loss of 10. Second down and 20 from the 27. 3:04 to go here in the half. Mulvane will have the ball to start the second half out of the I formation. Asher from under center, throws near side. He's got Martinez into Mulvane territory at the 20, 15, 10, 5. No flags. Touchdown, Crusaders.
That time, Buhler just going with a quick 3-step drop and just basically great throw that time by Asher Zachary as he put plenty of air underneath the ball, let Martinez run right underneath it. And Martinez so quick, there was corners right next to him. But once he got past him, it was off to the races, and not many folks from opposing squads are going to have enough speed to catch Mr. Martinez.
73 yards, 2:45 to go in the half. Asher Zachary put it right on the hands of Landon Martinez, and he just outran everybody up the Buhler sideline to the end zone for his first touchdown of the season.
Buhler taking a timeout because kind of Buhler's missed back-to-back 2-point conversions after missing the PAT. Coach Warner and the guys think maybe trying to decide if they're going to keep chasing points and try a PAT or if they're going to try to go for 2.
Tell me you're not excited about Landon Martinez.
Oh, so fast. I mean, I literally, when he caught that football, it looked like one of the corners was maybe going to catch him, but he turned on the afterburners, and he is a hard man to catch. He's got a lot of big highlight reel plays coming in the future for Buhler.
So still huddled up. Buhler has missed on both its conversions tonight. A missed PAT and a missed 2-point conversion. At some point, you got to stop chasing points, don't you? And just.
The only scary thing, though, on a wet night, PATs aren't guaranteed, so Buhler going to go for it here. Let's see if the Crusaders can get this one across the goal line.
Coach Warner elects to go for 2 again. Asher Zachary out of the shotgun. 2 receivers left. Klaus in the backfield. Little play action to the left. Asher's got nowhere to go. He slips past a tackle, though, to the end zone. A flag out.
And it's going to be on Mulvane. They pummeled him in the end zone. Let's hope it's on Mulvane.
Well, you talk about the wet night, Christopher, and that linebacker has got the angle to Zachary, but because you don't have the normal footing that you have, maybe, Asher's able to slip past him into the end zone, and then they throw the flag at the end of the play.
Yeah, gutsy play made by Asher Zachary to just decide to tuck it away. Let's see. Yep, personal foul, something on Mulvane. So it'll be assessed on the kickoff. So great job by Buhler getting back on schedule point-wise.
Buhler reclaims the lead, 20-13. Still 2:45, still a lot of time with the way these offenses can move the ball here in this second quarter. Buhler has retaken the lead for the moment, 20-13, up 7. 2:45 to play in the half from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
Since 1948, we at Krupp Lumber in Heston have been helping customers choose the perfect lumber, find the right tools, and improve homes every step of the way. We offer a wide selection of top quality windows and doors like Marvin and Anderson and R.D. Henry & Company cabinets to make your home stand the test of time. Not only do we offer paints and lawn and garden supplies, but we can build floor and roof trusses in-house and can help you design your own. Ask about our in-state delivery. Krupp Lumber. Service is our specialty.
HKFM.
2 minutes, 45 seconds to go before halftime. Buhler with its 3rd touchdown of the night, 2nd on offense. A 73-yard throw from Zachary to Martinez. Now here's Mulvane's return man making a big play, breaking out of a couple of tackles near midfield and driven out of bounds inside Mulvane's 45 at the 46-yard line. On a wet night, tackling is tough, and Hayes Inslee with a nice return.
Yeah, Inslee doing a good job just kind of weaving his way through Buhler defenders. So thankfully with that 15-yard penalty on the kickoff, keeps Mulvane on their side of the field. Otherwise, if we had not gotten that penalty called on Mulvane. And maybe is there a hold? Yeah, there is a block in the back or a hold back there.
A hold.
So that will negate the nice return there made by Hayes Inslee.
That is now 5 penalties on the Wildcats tonight. I'm sure that's a point that Coach Danny Myers will make in the locker room at halftime. Well, are we excited to have football back?
Oh, it's
hey, the Chiefs are playing tonight too.
Yes, Chiefs are playing tonight. You know, tons of college games tomorrow. It's exciting time of the year. If you love this game, September is a very fun month.
Mulvane.
All the hopes and dreams of every team in America still intact.
Mulvane from their own 18-yard line. 1st and 10. 2:33 to go here in the half, right to left from the far side hash mark. Single back set. Myers out of the gun. He's going to run it. He's got some room to the outside. He is so fast. Talk about Martinez. Myers really gets to that top speed in a hurry, and he gets about 11 of the carry to the right side and moves the sticks another 1st down.
Yeah, Garrett Gleason was able just to get enough of a piece of him to knock him out of bounds to prevent the big run.
Forward progress up to the 31 for the Black Knights. Your goal here is just to keep Mulvane out of the end zone of the next 2 minutes and 27 seconds.
Yeah, avoid the big play, make him try to sustain a drive here and try to keep him off the board here before the gun.
Gain of 12 there by Myers. It'll be 1st down. He's going to run again. Spins near the line of scrimmage. Less room up the middle this time, across the 35 to the 36.
Jacob Burlow almost got him for a loss, but he was able to slip past.
Well, he is so good, too. Talk about his athleticism, how quick he is. As they go no huddle here, they're going to hand it off to Grady Myers. He's got a hole, far side, 1st down, midfield, still on his feet. And Mulvane having some success in the running game. This Black Knight defense was so good defensively in the running game last year, Christopher. They held opponents to 42 yards a game. But Mulvane having some success so far here tonight.
Yeah, I mean, this Mulvane team is going to be a team that's going to put up a lot of points this season, be tough to defend. because Manny Myers is such a beast, such a great dual threat quarterback.
And not only all the intangibles, but he's great at making something out of nothing. 1st and 10 at the 49, wants to throw pump fakes. Now goes near side, one-on-one coverage. Lena Martinez has the football ripped out of his hands. I think Martinez had the INT. The ball taken out of his hands, and then the receiver tackled at the 5-yard line. Dylan Skripczyk slings him out of bounds.
The receiver was Caleb Bohr, and Martinez looked like you said he had the pick, and Bohr at 6'3" just reached in and took it out of his hands from over the top.
1st and goal from the 5. Here's Martinez, flag out of the play. That is Myers to the left side, a loss of a yard to the 6.
Fantastic work by Max Harmony here on the near side, just breaking down, not getting juked out there by Manny Myers.
And it ended up being a 46-yard reception.
Biggest offensive play of the night for Mulvane, correct?
I was sure that Martinez had the INT.
Yeah, Bohr just used his height and just ripped it out of the hands from over the top.
This is going to be the 6th penalty of the night on Mulvane.
Yeah, Mulvane typically a very disciplined team, so them getting all these penalties tonight, not normal for them, but we'll take it.
That'll drive them back to the 11 with 1:47 to go here in the half.
Rain continuing to pick up here in Mulvane.
It is raining probably the hardest it has at any point so far during the game. 1st and goal at the 16-yard line. 20-13, Crusaders by 7. Myers to throw, now he takes off and met in the middle. Tackled by Max Harmony, got across the 15 to the 13-yard line.
Jackson Pratt helping in on the stop as well, but we have called Max Harmony's name countless times this evening.
So a gain of 3 by Manny Myers. And the clock will continue to run down to 1:26 to go in the half. 2nd and goal at the 13.
And Mulvane probably in the situation where they're going to start burning timeouts if they don't punch this one in.
Well, too, they want to use every bit of this clock, don't they?
Yeah, they don't want to give Buhler any time to do anything.
Myers out of the gun, play action, fakes it, throws behind the receiver. Actually, it's caught short. I thought he was throwing to the end zone. It is caught short, and then the receiver up to the 3-yard line has now a 3rd and goal on a gain of 10 on that pass play to the right side. 3rd and goal at the 3.
I believe it was Reed Hackelman on the reception, but just a very well thrown ball by Myers. Just put it up over his head, and Hackelman extended his hands to haul it in to set up the 1st and goal.
So 3rd down and goal at the 3-yard line. 37 seconds to play here in the half. Myers out of the gun. Single receiver back to his right. They'll hand it off to the running back. Straight ahead and not going to get there.
Fantastic play made defensively there by Asher McConaughey.
Stopped at the 2-yard line. This will be 4th down and goal near the 2. Mulvane's going to burn a timeout. That is their 2nd timeout taken of the half. 26 seconds left. 20-13 Crusaders. Here from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
Even trying to enjoy a fun event can be difficult after the loss of a loved one. Unanswered questions, feelings of stress and grief are only natural. As the owner and director of Inman Funeral Home, I bring over 25 years of experience bringing comfort and empathy during time of loss. Rely on me to guide you through all aspects of planning a funeral service with compassion, dignity, and respect. I'm Athena Johnson with Inman Funeral Home. Find me at inmanfh.com.
HKFM.
Coverage of Crusader football today brought to you by First National Bank, by Rise Up Reno, Ivy the Cleaners, by Holly Sweet Treats, and by Apple Lane Animal Hospital. Coming up at halftime, our Crusader spotlight on Buhler Cross Country. We'll talk to head coach Curtis Morgan. A 4th and goal at the 2-yard line. Wildcats have converted on a couple of 4th downs here in this half. None bigger, Christopher, than this one right here.
Monster play here. Both teams want to go to the locker room with the lead here. So let's see if the Black Knights can hold them off here for one more down.
Also update you on other scores coming up at halftime in the Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. And a look at first half numbers. Our first half Dix Phillips 66 Phillip coming up at halftime.
They're going to try the field goal.
So Coach Myers electing to try for points through the air. They're going to try the field goal. The hold will come from the 12, so it's a 22-yard kick attempt here. And it is well struck and through. The field goal good by Tavian Osborne. Will add 3 to Mulvane's score with 22 seconds to go. On the first half clock, it is 20-16. Crusaders by 4 here in the rain in Mulvane. You're listening to coverage of Crusader football from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
Are you tired of your dusty or muddy driveway? APAC Kansas Shears Division is here to help. This is Derek Fees. Call us and ask us about our asphalt millings. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, arrange for pickup or delivery at your convenience. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
Cupcakes, cookies, cake, oh my. Holly here with Holly Sweet Treats. Come down to my shop at 205 South Main in Hutchinson for sweet treats and fun last-minute gifts. We also offer daily lunch specials, sandwiches, salads, and fresh baked bread. Call us at 888-YUM.
HKFM.
Well, they go with the field goal unit, and Osborne knocks it through from 22 yards. Mulvane's got to be doing everything. They almost think they might kick it short here.
Yeah, a squib. You just want to keep it out of Martinez's hands.
Oh, the conventional kick right at Martinez. I'm surprised by that. He takes it at the 7. Near side makes one man miss to the far side. Sidesteps another return man and up to the 29-yard line. There is 10 seconds on the clock. Even when he is tackled, he makes it exciting.
Yes. No, Martinez is not dead until he's in the dirt. And, it's going to be fun. He's going to definitely get some kickoff returns for touchdowns this year. There's no doubt about it.
So Buhler maybe a couple of plays here. 1st and 10 from their own 29. But there are only 11 seconds left on the clock. Mulvane will have the ball to start the second half. I formation, receivers either side, and the inside a handoff to the fullback. Not much there, and that might be the final play of the half. For progress up to the 33. In a wet night like this, last thing you would want with some kind of disastrous turnover in that situation. Well, the Black Knights are going to have to come out in the second half. Mulvane will get the ball to start the third quarter and find a way to get a stop and get the ball back with a 4-point slim lead on a very wet night here at Lyle Cal Stadium. Buhler leading at halftime, 20-16. Quite some big highlights in the first half. Chris, Matt, and I will talk about that coming up. And more on our halftime report next. We'll visit with cross-country head coach Curtis Morgan. This is Crusader football from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
Stay tuned for the Community National Bank and Trust halftime report. Coming up, tonight's Crusader Spotlight and our Dix Phillips 66 first half fill-up. Buhler Crusader football on HKFM.
Crusader fans, this is Lyle Gertzen, proud alum of Buhler High School and game day voice of Crusader football and basketball. I am honored to support Crusader athletics and academics. As your full-service real estate agent with Align Realty of Hutchinson, I bring over 30 years of experience in appraisal and real estate, ready to assist you with all of your real estate needs, finding homes for buyers and buyers for homes since 2013. Call or text me, Lyle Gertzen, with Align Realty, 620-899-4211.
Why choose I Need a Cleaners? Expert dry cleaning and our professional shirt service. We take time to care for all your special items. When laundry piles up, let us do it for you. I Need a Cleaners. It's where to take your clothes.
Looking for your dream home? Plaza Astor Realty is your local expert. From cozy cottages to spacious family homes, we've got it all. Call us today at 620-662-0576 or visit plaza-astle.com. We specialize in sold.
This is Annette with Annette KF Insurance. Inflation is hitting us hard, so it's a good time to review the cost and coverage of your auto and homeowners insurance. As an independent agent, I represent Goodville Mutual and several other fine companies. Stop by Annette Epp Insurance in Hutchinson at 2500 North Main, Suite E, or call 620-662-4900.
As the hot Kansas summer winds down, the end of one season and the start of the next is a great time to review the health of your pets at Apple Lane Animal Hospital. Have you missed any of your vaccinations? How about scheduling a general health checkup, annual blood work, and taking a look at your pet's diet and nutritional needs? Make 2025 the year you take care of your pets so they live a long and healthy life. Call the staff at Apple Lane Animal Hospital and schedule an appointment today at 662-0515.
And welcome back here at halftime as we preview other things happening in Crusader Athletics. On with us now is cross-country head coach Curtis Morgan. Coach, hey, man, thanks for some time.
Hey, I appreciate you having us on, Aaron.
Absolutely. Always love talking cross-country. Another successful year for your squad last year. Of course, starting with a state title for your girls team, and majority of those kids are back to try and two-peat.
Yeah, absolutely. Out of our top 7, we only graduated 1, and she's down running track at Missouri Southern. So not a bad one to lose, but we have some young kids stepping in and stepping up, as what we saw yesterday. So looking forward to seeing what they do as the year goes on.
Yeah, interesting to think about, even though most of your kids are back, you're still relatively young on the girls' side.
Yeah, and honestly, out of our top probably 9 or 10 kids, I think we've got 2 seniors in that group. So another year of being young. It kind of is replicating what our guys have done when we started that run just a few years ago, when we were it felt like we were young every year. So it's a good problem to have when you don't graduate anybody and you've got some talent.
Absolutely.
That's pretty exciting.
Yeah, you and I aren't getting any older either, right, Coach? That's how that works. Yeah.
That's right. Right. We stay the same age, right? And the kids get younger and we stay the same.
Yeah. On your boys' side, just incredible to think about that stretch. 7 years, right, of top 2 finish at the state meet. And it's difficult to do, to continue that for that long.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, we've been pretty blessed in our program to have, good kids and talented kids and kids that just want to come in and work hard and continue on that tradition. So 7 straight years of being top 2, 5 state championships and 2 runners up. There's not very many programs out there that can say they've had a 7-year stretch like that. So pretty proud of that.
I know you lost some key contributors from last year's team. How do your boys size up here early in the year?
Yeah, we've got 2 pretty solid returning guys coming back, in Gavin Lindahl and Ryan Cherry. Gavin was an All-Stater, top 5, and Ryan was 1 place away from being All-State. They're kind of taking the reins of the team as far as being the guys that have been in the boat before. And then we've got a group that I think is hungry to kind of help and keep the tradition and keep the program where it's at. It's going to take a little bit of work on their part, and we're kind of finding our legs. We're going to kind of find our legs a little bit early in the season. But that'll just get us prepared for postseason, and I'm anxious to see how these guys develop through the year and how they can carry on the tradition.
Yeah, had your first meet of the year yesterday in Great Bend. One of my favorite things about cross country, I guess this happens maybe a little bit too in track, but as you look at kind of the tent cities for each of the schools, you've got your smallest 1As to your biggest 6As, all there competing in the same place, which I think is really cool.
I think that's one of the coolest things about this sport is, the span that you get at a meet. Like you said, as far as the schools go, seeing those tent cities and seeing just the different teams from the different classifications and all come together, racing together in one spot. And really, the other cool thing is the kids get to know each other in schools and kind of form a camaraderie and build some relationships and some friendships through that way too. Coaches do the same thing in the sport. And then you see the parents run across the course. I mean, parents become participants in our sport. There's no bleachers for you to kind of sit down and just watch. So just a couple things that makes the sport unique and I think exciting.
That's why the parents like the golf courses. So we're a little more manicured there, Coach.
That's true. They do. Yesterday at Great Bend was not a spectator-friendly course.
No.
It wasn't a coach-friendly course either, but running through the woods and through the little cut grass, and parents have to stand in the tall grass. So
Gotta do what you gotta do.
But you got to do what you got to do. That's right.
Speaking of Wamego, you'll get your first crack at the state course coming up here in a week. Thoughts on going to that meet? Always a special place to run.
It is. I kind of feel like it's our second home course because we run on it so much. Obviously the goal is to run on it twice a year. I like the challenge of the course. I'm not necessarily a golf course fan. As far as cross country, I'm kind of a purist. I'd love to just mow a course in the middle of a field, and kind of like our home meet, and get after it. I think that's more cross country. But it's an early test, and for our girls and our guys, and we're going to find out where we stand. But the goal is, with this being the second week of the season, the goal is just to still kind of find our legs and figure out where we are. We want to be faster on that course November 1st than we do on September 13th of next week. So it gives us an idea of what we need to do to look ahead. So
yeah, okay. Well, hopefully it stays that way, Coach. We appreciate your time as always. Best of luck with the season. We'll see you soon.
Hey, I appreciate you having us on. Thanks.
All right, that's head coach Curtis Morgan, cross country here at halftime. We've got more coming up after this.
This is the Community National Bank and Trust halftime report. As we get ready for tonight's second half, we'll catch you up on other scores in the Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. The Buhler Crusaders play on 95.9 HKFM.
Hi, this is Mamie Coldren with the Buhler Booster Club. The Booster Club supports all student activities and athletics at Buhler High School. Be sure to follow the Crusader Closet and Booster Club on Facebook for events and new Crusader apparel arrivals. We are excited to be able to accept credit card payments at our concession stands this year. Buhler Booster Club is grateful for the continued support from our generous donors.
Hi, it's Aaron West, voice of the Crusaders. At Astro Radio is a proud Buhler Booster Club member.
At Blue Stem Communities, they believe in living well at every stage of life. With trusted locations in McPherson, Heston, North Newton, and Hutchinson, they're proud to offer vibrant senior living options from independent living to assisted care and skilled nursing. Each community is grounded in compassion, connection, and a commitment to nonprofit mission. Come and see what living well can be at Blue Stem Communities. Live well with Blue Stem Communities in McPherson, Heston, North Newton, and Hutchinson.
From their beginnings in 1989, WIFCO Steel Products has grown to be the premier supplier of storage tank hardware in the U.S. and Canada, and they're still growing. Apply today at WIFCOSP.com. WIFCO Steel Products, the experts in steel fabrication.
At Mid-Kansas Credit Union, we live by our motto, grounded in the past, growing for the future. We are a full-service credit union with offices in Mound Ridge and Buhler. Mid-Kansas Credit Union would like to wish all the athletes the best of luck as they compete this season.
The Medicine Shop's We Are Hutch tagline is real. All 4 of our pharmacists went to Hutch CC, and all 4 graduated from Central Kansas high schools, Hutch High, Buhler, Inman, and Larned. Also, all 4 Medicine Shop pharmacists graduated from KU School of Pharmacy. We do our shopping in Hutch, and we spend money with local businesses whenever we can. The Medicine Shop gives to local charities, so when you see the delivery cars and billboards, We Are Hutch is genuine.
Crusader football on HKFM.
Well, back here at halftime, coverage of Crusader football tonight brought to you by Blue Stem Communities, by AJ Sports Grill, Buhler Dental Care, by Central Prairie Co-op, and by Hutch Auto Body. 20-16 here at the half. Buhler scoring first on a 1-yard Ben Klaus touchdown run. 5 plays, 56 yards at the 9:07 mark in the first quarter. Buhler missed the PAT after a Mulvane penalty and led 6-0. And a Buhler fumble led to Mulvane getting the ball at the Buhler 43-yard line. They went 13 plays and a 3-yard Grady Myers touchdown run. Mulvane take a 7-6 lead with 11:31 to go in quarter number 2. Mulvane on their next series fumbled the ball away. A scoop and score defensively for Garrett Gleason. He picked it up in the short run of the end zone. They missed the 2-point conversion again. 9:09 there to go in the half. And then that huge catch. Kayla Bohr, a 5-yard touchdown catch from Mulvane as they drive from the Buhler 48. 12 plays this time. Missed the 2-point conversion and led by 13-12. One play later, a 73-yard touchdown pass from Asher Zachary to Landon Martinez. 2:45 to go before halftime. This time, Zachary runs in the 2-point conversion to make it 20-13. And then right before the end of the half, a 22-yard Taven Osborne field goal for Mulvane made it 20-16. A lot of action for both offenses here so far in the half. Here's the interesting thing. Buhler's had the big plays in the pass game. Mulvane's not. It's been on the ground where they've had the bigger plays.
Yeah, and that's not something that's coming into tonight. We're really kind of concerned about Manny Myers' ability to hurt us through the air as well as on the ground. But, yeah, I tell you, Asher Zachary's had a couple nice throws and been some good catches in the receiving corps. So, yeah, it's one of those things that two talented teams squaring off, and Coach Warner's got to feel good with the boys leading Mulvane here at the half.
Well, we're glad to have the third member of our crew back, Matthew. A little bit of trouble with some weather and signals and things on a very wet night at Mulvane. But how about Landon Martinez? He makes that brilliant catch on offense, and he almost picked off a Manny Myers pass there on defense. Had it ripped away, but made a nice play on it.
Absolutely. I think additionally, he makes special teams really fun to watch. And I think that means every time somebody kicks him the ball, you've got a chance to pick up points. And you guys know on a night like tonight where the rain is just steady and offense is, I don't know, not quite as settled as you would think it might be on a night like tonight, the ability to pick up maybe points or to flip field position like that is a huge, huge asset.
Another guy who we've talked a lot about tonight, Christopher, from that linebacker position has been Max Harmony.
Oh, we've called Max Harmony's name countless times this evening, and he's made some really good plays in space. And you guys know Manny Myers tackling him in space one-on-one, that's a difficult, tall order. And Harmony has done a great job of just keeping him in front of him and dropping him.
Don't you guys think if you were Mulvane, you would run away from Jacob too, and that makes what Max does all that more important?
No doubt.
Well, you would think if I told you there was each team only punted one time in that first half, there'd be more points on the board, but slow as they go, slow and steady so far tonight. Just a 20-16 game here at the half. How huge would it be for Buhler to come out and stop Mulvane on that first drive of the second half?
Yeah, because I think that's one of the reasons why Coach Myers elected to kick the field goal right before the half, because I'm sure he's telling his guys, hey, let's get the points here, and let's come out to start the third quarter, get a good drive. And I kind of understand the field goal try and the make, because the standpoint too with missed PATs, 2-point conversions, getting points we can get it tonight might be the difference.
All right, much more coming up here at halftime. We'll update you on scores of the Buhler Dental Care scoreboard, and Andrew will have our first half fill-up coming up here momentarily. Halftime in Mulvane, Buhler leading 20-16 here on HKFM.
More of the Community National Bank and Trust halftime report is next. Community National Bank and Trust. Small enough to know you, big enough to serve you. Your home for Crusader football is HKFM.
Hi, this is Lucas Sawyer, Market President with Community National Bank and Trust. Community National is a Kansas-based bank focused on our customers and growing the communities we call home. With over $2 billion in assets, 40 locations, CNB&T has the resources and technology to make your banking even more convenient than before. Stop by one of our banking centers in Stafford, Buhler, Inman, or Hutchinson today, or check out mybankcnb.com. Member FDIC, Community National Bank and Trust, your community bank.
Today's technology and yesterday's values, your Central Prairie Co-op team. Helping maximize crops and growing that livestock. Your partner in production, count on CPC. With full service and convenience, locations close to you, where full value is always guaranteed. You get today's technology and yesterday's values. Call your Central Prairie Co-op team.
Hello fans, Monty Cross with HCU Investment and Insurance Services, and as an alumni of Buhler, I am proud to sponsor Crusader Sports. HCU Investment and Insurance Services is located inside Heartland Credit Union at 23rd and Severance in Hutchinson. Call me today at 20669-0177 or 800-8472. Securities offered through LPL Financial, FINRA SIPC. Insurance products offered through LPL Financial or its licensed affiliates.
Welcome to First Class. Please have a seat, get buckled up, make yourself comfortable. I'll be right with you to get you your drinks and make sure you're settled.
Once you fly first class, you'll never want to go back. Everyone knows what world-class service feels like. Did you know that you can get first-class service right here in Hutchinson at Hutch Auto Body Team? Hopefully you won't need our kind of world-class service, but if you do, first class is just a phone call away at Hutch Auto Body Team, when only first class will do.
Crusader football on HKFM.
Well, let's talk about some other scores. Christopher, first of all, on the Ad Astra Sports Network tonight is we're at halftime, and score updates in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard.
Yeah, so game went final out west up in Chase tonight over on KLQR. Pawnee Heights 45's Chase at the half, 70-12. Other games covered tonight on Ad Astra Radio. Beloit is shutting out Lions at the half, 38-0. Down in Southeast Kansas, Baldwin shutting out Iola at the half, 32-0. In Central Prairie League action, it's Central Plains action. Chaparral leading Kingman at the half, 14-7. A note of two future opponents: Great Bend, Ian Premer, and the Panthers beating McPherson at the half, 28-7. And the most recent Chiefs score I had was what, 10-3 from down in Brazil?
Yeah, Chargers leading. All right, our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. Andrew's going to slide in here and get us our first half fill-up, brought to you by Dix Phillips 66, 4th and Stevens in Hutchinson. Every journey begins with a stop at Dix Phillips 66. And Andrew, some big plays, big numbers in that first half. 20-16.
Well, how's it going, Aaron?
It's good, man. It's good to have you back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. Okay, we've got some weird numbers in the first half in this one. Your score is 20-16. Buhler has the lead over Mulvane, but the Wildcats are outgaining Buhler in total yards, 189-121. Mulvane has run 16 more plays in the first half. They have 35 snaps. Buhler has just 19. And Mulvane also has 12 first downs to Buhler's 4. The Wildcats 5 for 8 on third down. Buhler just 0 for 2. Crusaders 1 for 1 on fourth. Mulvane 2 for 2. Penalties a big story as well, helped even the score a little bit. Mulvane had 7 penalties for 51 yards, but really more like 71 because 20 of it got pulled back on a spot foul on the kickoff. Buhler just 1 penalty for 15, and each team has a turnover. Mulvane's resulted in a touchdown, more on that later. Crusaders through the air, 3 for 5, 107 yards for Asher, including a 74-yard touchdown pass to Landon Martinez. Mulvane's Manny Myers, 4 for 6 with 61 yards, including a 5-yard touchdown pass to Caleb Bohr. Neither team has thrown an interception. In this one, not a lot of passing, of course, with the weather. So through on the ground, the Crusaders just 9 rushes for 14 yards. I don't remember seeing that in the last 3 years. Aaron, 1.6 yards per carry for the Crusaders. Ben Klaus leads the way with 5 rushes for 16 yards and a touchdown. And then Mulvane, Manny Myers, 13 rushes for 63 yards. Grady Myers, 11 for 48, including 1 touchdown. Mulvane has 128 yards on 29 carries. That's 4.4 yards per rush. Defensively, a lot of Crusaders having big numbers in the first half. Noah Hayes, number 13, a forced fumble, which was returned by Garrett Gleason, number 3, and he returned that 14 yards for a touchdown. Hayes has a tackle. Gleason has 3 tackles to go with his fumble return for a touchdown. Max Harmony, a lot of action early defensively. He had 5 tackles, 2 for a loss. Asher McConaughey, 5 tackles. Jackson Pratt, 4 tackles. Jacob Miller, Dylan Skripsik, McCade Zachary, 3 each. And then on special teams, Landon Martinez had 4 kick returns for 129 yards. That's 32.25 yards per return. So a lot of big numbers in weird ways, with the Crusaders only having 14 rushing yards in the first half and getting outgained 189 to 121 total yards. But the Crusaders hold on to a 4-point lead at the half, 20-16.
All right, a minute to 13 to go here before we kick off the second half. 2016 Crusaders here on HKFM.
Looking for memory care that feels like home? Pleasant View Home offers private rooms, 24-hour specialized care, and monitored doorways for safety so you can have peace of mind. Our memory care neighborhood includes a secure outdoor courtyard and its very own activity director to keep residents active, engaged, and fulfilled. This is care that puts the resident first, with compassion, comfort, and respect. Pleasant View Home in Inman.
HKFM.
Well, some other scores in our Buhler Dental Care scoreboard. We could tell you that Holcomb leading Cheney at the half, 9-6. Wamego over Concordia, 34-0. At halftime, Hutch High at half with a 7-0 lead over Andover Central. Derby leading Hayes, 14-7 at the half, 20-16. As Buhler will get ready to kick off here to start the second half. Mulvane back to receive. This is Nathan Wells, a new kicker for the Crusaders. Wildcats with 2 return men back at their 5, and they're going to blow the play dead. 7 penalties in the first half on Mulvane, just 1 on the Crusaders. But it appears this will be their second penalty of the night here on this kickoff. Each team with a turnover apiece. Gleason with a scoop and score defensively for the Crusaders. This a weird night, is Andrew's talking about the numbers. Very untypical of what we're used to. Yet Buhler still has the lead.
Yeah, well, I think one of the things that when I was talking to Andrew too off the air, Buhler getting the good returns on kickoffs, really shortening the field, so maybe knocking our overall numbers, but trust me, any offense in America will take those shortened fields by those big returns by Martinez.
The one play touchdown pass for 73 yards doesn't hurt either.
No doubt.
Hayes having, Wells having a little bit of trouble keeping the ball on the tee at the 25 now with a 5-yard penalty. The 35, Far side hash mark. And Mulvane now with 2 guys at the 10 to return here. It's going to be taken at the 12, far side. Both teams have had good returns tonight. There's another one. Boy, they just cannot tackle. Across the 50, up the far sideline. That is not how you wanted to start the second half, as Mulvane returns all the way to the 30. Neither team on special teams has been able to stop the other on these returns.
Yeah, Nathan Wells, the kicker, actually saving Buhler again. That's the second time tonight on a kickoff that he's made the big tackle. It saved the return.
Well, they've got to fix that.
Yeah, but unfortunately, like you said, Mulvane with an absolutely short field, just 30 yards to go from taking the lead.
So from Buhler's 30, it'll be 1st and 10. Far side hash mark, right to left. Empty backfield set. Myers to pass. And one-on-one coverage, and Martinez this time takes it away. It's picked off at the goal line. Landon almost had one earlier in the game. This time he comes away with the INT.
Yeah, Martinez had great position inside the hip pocket there of Caleb Bohr. Bohr tried to rip it from over the top, but this time Martinez, the instant he got it, just hauled it in and cradled it tight. And Martinez starts the second half with a pick, and Buhler averts disaster there. Great job by Martinez.
The unfortunate part about that now is they have to start at their 1 yard.
Well, now you get the chance to pad those offensive stats with the 99-yard field to go.
Yeah, I think Coach will take it.
From their own 1, it'll be 1st and 10 as Asher Zachary, he had a big connection on a pass to Martinez for a touchdown in the first half. He will snap it from his own end zone, and there's a safety.
Oh, rats.
He will tackle Ben Klaus in the end zone. And tack on 2 points for the Wildcats, who trail now by just 2, 20-18.
Yeah, safeties don't happen very often in high school football, but when you're operating right at the 1 yard line in tough conditions, not a good recipe for success there.
So the safety and then the free kick oncoming. That'll give Mulvane a chance to wrestle the lead away here. Second turnover of the night forced by the Black Knights. A fumble and now an INT. Crusader football tonight brought to you in part by Inman Funeral Home, by Lyle Gertzen, Alliant Realty, Isaacson Insurance Agency, by the Buhler Booster Club, and by Wifco Steel Products. Stream live audio and video of tonight's game on the free Ad Astra Radio app, powered by Nextech Wireless, the latest phones and devices, and the best prices. Here in West Crushing, Ben Atherton down on the sideline here on a wet, it's more than wet, it is very wet here in Mulvane, and continuing to rain hard at the moment.
How's it up there in the press box, guys?
You know, it's not too bad. I like the umbrella, though.
You and me both.
It's a nice look for you. So, unfortunately, to add insult to injury with the safety, then Buhler's got to do a free kick from their own 20. They've got to find a way to shorten these Mulvane returns.
Yeah, and don't be surprised if Buhler didn't try to squib or do something just to keep it out of Myers' hands.
It'll be taken short at the 31. Returned up the middle. There he goes again.
It's Grady Myers.
Into Buhler territory and up to the 43-yard line.
Karsten Seidel with the tackle there in space.
There'll be some special teams things worked on in practice this next week.
Yeah, it's the slick field makes it sometimes.
Well, and truthfully, you're not going to face athletes the caliber of the Myers brothers every week.
No, you're exactly right.
First and 10, Mulvane from the Buhler 43, down 2, 20-18, 11:25 to go in the third. And Myers keeps on the fake to the right and still scrambling, trying to make something out of nothing. But the Black Knights there, I think there were 11 guys pursuing the football that time and stopped for a gain. He got a yard out of that, which is amazing in itself.
Yeah, at that time, Jake Burklow looked like he was going to get him for a negative play, but Myers, so shifty and so hard to bring down, broke out of the tackle.
Buhler put 62 on Mulvane here in the playoffs last year. You don't think that the Wildcats remember that?
Yeah.
Used it as some motivation this week?
Guarantee you anytime somebody puts up 60-something on you, that's something that's going to stick in your craw. And it being the game that ended Mulvane's season, these guys are pretty motivated to get some revenge.
Second down and 9. Myers out of the gun. He'll hand it off this time. Straight ahead handoff, trying to break out of a tackle.
Yeah, good job filling that time. Noah Hayes coming up and making his second tackle of the evening.
Carruthers on the carry across the 40.
Asher McConaughey in on that tackle as well.
And forward progress stopped at the 38. It's a gain of 4. This is a big third down and 4 here. I don't know that Myers, if they get something here, wouldn't try to go for it on fourth down.
Yeah, I think it's they're probably in 4-down territory. A long field goal, pretty dangerous in the rain.
Out of the shotgun, they'll hand it off. Grady Myers stopped from behind, short of the first down, lost yardage on the play.
Good job, Jacob Miller over in on the stop, as well as Asher McConaughey.
Going to mark him down at the 36.
Be ready for the hard count.
First down stick is up at about the 32-yard line. So it is fourth down. Fourth down at about 3 here. Mulvane is 2 for 2 on fourth down in the game. I'll watch for a kick here, a quick kick from Myers. He's awfully deep. He is going to kick it away. And so Buhler will hold. That's the important thing. The Black Knights hold on defense, and they still have the lead. And the ball will be down at the 9-yard line. So you make the best out of a tough situation with the safety and the free quick. You're able to hold it, you get the ball back, and you still have a 2-point lead.
Yeah, it's been kind of crazy. Mulvane's done all the scoring, but they still have not been able to catch Buhler since they had the field goal and the safety.
It sure feels like there's just a matter of time before Buhler really gets this run game going. They've kind of it's been in fits and starts. I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach really try to get this thing going between the tackles.
From their own 9 out of the I formation. 1st and 10, they go with a 2 tight end set, single receiver to the right side, and they'll hand it off to the fullback up the middle. Boy, how successful over and over again was that inside handoff with Nick Gazaway last year. It's not been as impressive as Mulvane practiced for that. Nowhere for Harmony to go, no gain. It'll be 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, and I think it's one of those things, Harmony, he'll start finding himself in running those fullback traps. Had some success last year doing it, but yeah, Mulvane definitely trying to take that away this evening.
So 2nd down and 9, 8:40 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Buhler leading 20-18. They'll stay with 2 tight ends. They stay with the fullback. There he goes. Harmony breaks out of a tackle, and he is on his way across the 50 to the Mulvane 40. 30 being chased from behind at the 15, 10, 5, and he'll be down inside the 5-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal, Crusaders.
What a run that time by Max Harmony, right up the gut. We were just saying due to break one, and he breaks, almost goes to the house, but he's going to set up a 1st and goal for Buhler inside the 5.
All the way down to the 2-yard line, Max Harmony. Give that boy some oxygen. 89 yards on the run, and Buhler's got it 1st and goal. Oh, that is Buhler's biggest play from scrimmage this season. 3 backs stacked up behind Asher in the backfield. And it'll be Klaus trying to get those pads low, drug down from behind, maybe lost a yard. Mulvane really came out tonight keyed up to stop that Buhler run.
Yeah, they know Buhler's idea for success is to just run power football, and so they're really selling out to try to force Buhler to do other things offensively.
But Chris, you know the problem with that is they had 9 guys in the box. Yep. Once Max breaks to the second layer, there's no one there.
There's nobody there.
So 2nd down and goal at the 4-yard line. Back to the I formation. Single receivers either side. McCade Zachary to the near side. Here's Harmony on the handoff and gets help on the right side. Blocking up front. Taken down at the 1. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Call it a gain of 3.
Yeah, that time Mulvane dialed up a blitz. They had multiple linebackers up there pouring through, but good hard running there to get it down near the 1-yard line.
Nixon Stanley was dragging Harmony toward the goal line.
Well, most coaches aren't too sad about seeing guys helping to try to carry that running back across the line.
Back to the jumbo look on 3rd and goal from the 1. Asher appeared to have fumbled the football.
Ball's in the end zone.
But who hasn't?
It was number 70.
The ball ends up in the end zone. Landon Simon ends up with it, and there's been no call from the officials.
They're huddled. They're not sure what to make of it.
Looked like Asher fumbled the football. And there has been no call. Is it a turnover? Is it a 4th down? Is it a touchdown?
And the white hat coming over here to talk with Coach Warner.
Is it going to be 4th and goal at the 1?
Yes.
They're going to say it was a fumble, but you can't advance it on the fumble.
So about the half-yard line here, guys.
Barely.
Not too often when your center hands it off does he expect to get it back.
Yeah.
It's the old center sneak play from front yard football.
Yeah.
So 4th and goal at the 1.
Let's get this, Buhler.
They stay in the jumbo package. Asher under center. And a handed off fumble again. Buhler picks it up. And who's got it? Mulvane's got it.
Touchdown.
No, touchdown, Crusaders.
Wow. I have no idea.
Fumbled again. And the call by the officials is touchdown. Wow.
On a wet night, crazy things happen, but what a break there for Buhler.
Flag out
guys,
after the play is blown dead.
Yeah, I had a great look at it. That should not be a Buhler touchdown. The ball was down, and Asher had it pinned beneath the legs of an offensive lineman, but he did not have control of the ball in any way, shape, or form. I think the moment got a little big for this for this official on this near sideline.
Hey, there's no replay in high school football.
Yep. They cannot go to the monitor.
So on a 4th and goal, Asher Zachary recovers a fumble and somehow ends up with it in the end zone. Buhler scores first here in the first half on offense, and now they'll go for the PAT.
Oh, and unsportsmanlike on Mulvane. So if you go, I think Buhler's going to take the yardage on the kickoff. So Mulvane unhappy with the call and expressing their frustrations.
Well, there was so much happening on those last 2 plays. Back-to-back plays where Buhler fumbled the football. And now a penalty on the PAT. Another flag. A 9th penalty in this game on Mulvane. Remember, this happened on Buhler's first score of the night.
This cost us.
And it cost us a point. The retry was no good. In that situation, he made it. I think they should just give it to him. And they're going to blow it dead again. Holy cow. Is that all just trying to anticipate the timing there to get a good jump on the block?
Yeah, and now they're going to call a false start on Buhler, so now Buhler's going to move back, unfortunately, 5 yards. It's a tough break for Buhler.
That'll be Buhler's 3rd penalty in the game. Boy, this is, they get the score, but 2 fumbles, now 2 penalties.
Yeah, tough.
And now Wells is going to kick this from about the 13. Gets it away, gets it up, and it's good. And no flags.
Hallelujah.
27-18. Buhler punches it back in the end zone on offense after a huge Max Harmony run to set up a 1st and goal. 5:58 to go in the 3rd. Buhler up 27-18 from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Mennonite Friendship Communities, you're at the heart of all we do.
One of the things I love most about working at Mennonite Friendship Communities is the sense of community we have here. The feeling you receive from the residents and the staff is one of caring and kindness. If you wish to enjoy the perks of a maintenance-free lifestyle in a supportive environment where you feel valued and cared for, please contact me, Susan Nisley, at Mennonite Friendship Communities to schedule a tour. Mennonite Friendship Communities, enhancing the quality of life.
HKFM.
5:58 to go in the 3rd. Back here where Buhler now leads 27-18. It has been a punch back and forth kind of night. And Buhler's going to put it in the end zone. Boy, that's probably the best thing that with the, of course, the penalty yardage after the unsportsman. It's got to feel good for Nathan Wells to put that in the end zone.
Touchback.
Nobody can return it. They're at halftime in Brazil. The Chargers now leading the Chiefs 13-6.
So hopefully the Chiefs can get something going here.
I am not a fan of Friday night NFL football.
Yeah, well, in these out-of-country games, K-State, of course, paid the penalty here a couple weeks ago, and hopefully the Chiefs won't suffer the same fate.
So 5:58 to go here. Mulvane's going to have it at their own 20-yard line. Down 2 scores, and Myers trying to keep it. Black Knights keyed in on that and stops the Mulvane senior quarterback right at the 20 for no gain.
Yeah, great job just collapsing around him, getting this drive off on the right foot for Buhler defensively.
It was Asher McConaughey with the first hit, and it was a wallop.
He has put on some size and weight in the offseason. Looks very strong, McConaughey does. Second down and 10, clock running here in the third, 5:24 to go. Buhler leading 27-18. Empty backfield set. They go with 5 wide receivers. Myers to throw and overthrows his target in the flat, incomplete.
I tell you what, right there in that neighborhood, McCade Zachary out there, far side corner, had a chance to make a play on the ball. Dangerous throw there by Myers.
That'll bring up a third down. Clock stops with the incompletion, looking for Hayes Inslee. Top 4 receivers back for Manny. Grady Myers, Hayes Inslee, Hudson Myers, and Caleb Orey also has his tight end back, and Reed Hackelman. Hackelman had a big catch earlier tonight. They're down and 10 at the 20-yard line, and a handoff to the right. And Buhler's going to snuff that out shy of the 25, tackled at the 24-yard line. That's going to set up a 4th down, and Mulvane surely will be forced to punt the football away here as Curtis Carruthers on the carry.
Yeah, I got afraid there as it looked like they were able to get Carruthers to the edge, but Buhler doing a good job of reading and flowing and hit him after about a 4-yard pickup.
At some point tonight, we've yet to see that patented long sustained drive that Coach Warner is so well known for. I'm sure he would love that.
Yes, no doubt.
So they'll punt it away. This is Connor Deeker. And they're going to let it roll. McCade Zachary gets away from it. Smart to kick it away from Landon Martinez.
Yep. And even though Buhler had 0 return that time, Buhler still with great field position as the ball rolls dead at the 42-yard line.
Well, some big plays. The 70-plus yard touchdown pass to Martinez. The 89-yard run by Max Harmony. Those have been the 2 big plays tonight that set up Buhler touchdowns. Crusaders have it now at their own 43-yard line with 4:19 to go here in the third, leading 27-18. They stack them up in the eye, and Asher will flip it to Ben Klaus. He's been quiet tonight. Breaks out of 1 tackle, 2 tackles. Whoa. And sheds another, and there's the penalty. A late hit on the Wildcats on the sideline as Klaus is driven out of bounds at the 47. They're going to add more onto that.
Yeah, Caleb Hawley was the defender for Mulvane that just popped Klaus as he's on the ground after he was tackled.
It was game 5, I believe, the Wamego game, right? Where very first play of the game, he got popped, dislocated his shoulder.
And there's a downed, or actually I think it's just a cramp, one of the Mulvane Wildcats in the shadows of the Buhler bench.
So that personal foul penalty, that's going to push the ball all the way across the 40 up to the 37. And Buhler's in business here. And the stadium went quiet. That ended up having to take him to the hospital to get that shoulder put back in, and he missed the rest of the season.
Yeah, it was a tough shot.
1st and 10 here at the 37. Buhler in Mulvane territory. Their longest touchdown drive of their 3 offensive touchdowns tonight has been 5 plays.
Wow. Kind of a unique stat there.
High formation, 2 tight ends set here on 1st down and 10. Asher takes the snap, flips to Klaus to the outside, trying to get to the edge. Sneaks away from 1 Wildcat defender and then driven out of bounds after a short gain of a yard.
I tell you what, Ben Klaus so fast that time. Hagan Warkins was nearly able to run him down, but Klaus just has that extra burst of speed and was able to get to the corner and to get back to the original line of scrimmage.
A lot of guys, it might have been a loss.
Oh, definitely, definitely.
Went out of bounds to stop the clock on the play. This has been a long third quarter, still 3:54 to go. And 2nd down and 10. They'll stay in the eye. Just 1 tight end. Little fake, and the keeper on the left side by Zachary, and he gets upended after a gain to the 20, make it the 36, so just 1 yard for Asher. I will say this for Mulvane. Other than that big run by Max Harmony, they have held the Buhler run game in check so far.
Yeah, Buhler has not, like you said, been able to have that long sustained drive on the ground because of the tenacity of this Wildcat D.
Well, you would think a throwing down here. Martinez is singled out to the far side. McCade Zachary to the near side, 3rd down and 9. at the 36. Asher wants to throw to McCade. Hits him right in the hands at the 25. Snag. Goes up, pulls it down, and has the First National Bank first down. Nice throw and catch. And you got to figure that those two have practiced that a lot.
No doubt. I mean, he was bracketed by Tavian Richardson as well as Grady Myers, two good athletes from Mulvane. But tell you what, Asher put it right where McCade could get it. He went up, climbed the ladder, pulled it in, and was able to hold on to it for the first down snag.
First and 10 of the 24-yard line. Move the sticks. They'll stay in the eye. Two tight ends. And this is Klaus on the ground running right and trying to drag away from a defender. He had some room on the right side, but somebody reached out and snagged his ankle and kind of halted him in his tracks. And maybe a gain of 1 forward to the, actually we'll call it no gain.
Klaus, such a patient runner, though. Coach Warner's going to keep feeding him.
Better spot than I thought. They all the way to the 22. It's a gain of 2. Second down today. Yeah, he'll get his.
And if for nothing else, you've got to keep the linebackers tied up to the line to get that one-on-one coverage on the edge.
Absolutely. Second down at 8 here. Back to 2 tight ends. And back to Klaus on the ground. And being drugged down from behind.
Well, and I think one of the things, too, keeping Klaus going offensively that really can open up some things in the passing game because they are absolutely selling out to try to take away Ben Klaus.
Lost a yard this time, back to the 23. So it is 3rd down and 9. Don't you think, again, a situation where you probably don't punt here?
Yeah, inside the 25-yard line. Luckily, it looks like the rain has broke up a little bit, right, Matt?
4 wide receivers, trips to the left side. Asher to throw over the middle. Boy, looking for his tight end, but he had 2 Wildcats in the area, and that could have easily been picked off. It's incomplete.
Yeah, I believe the first time Buhler's run a trips formation this evening, but a little miscommunication on that pass play, and so Buhler now with the 4th and long.
It appeared maybe that the tight end, Jacob Miller, was not where Asher Zachary thought he was going to be.
It looked like Miller turned to his inside, and ball looked to be the outside shoulder there of Miller.
So they'll go for it on 4th down and 9, 1:53 to go here in the quarter. Buhler leading 27-18. Trips left, single receiver, Martinez to the right. Klaus in the backfield. It's Zachary out of the gun, going to the house, and he just overthrows Jacob Miller. He had Miller open for the touchdown, and he just put too much on it, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
So now the Buhler defense is going to have to pop out here, keep their head up. Mulvane with a little wind in their sails after getting that stop. Mulvane down by 9 here. So still bigger than a 1-score game.
Wildcats will have this from their own 23-yard line. Safety so far, the only points in the second half for Mulvane. Myers works out of the gun. It's Grady Myers who'll get the handoff out of the backfield, running across the formation to the right. And gets it across the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, Group Crusaders making sure that didn't turn into anything more than that 4-yard pickup.
He probably ran 20 yards to get 4.
Because the ball was here on the near hash. So, yeah, he had to motor quite a ways across the field over there near the Mulvane sideline.
Second down and 6. The whistle. Officials timeout on the field here. Buhler trying to extend that win streak over Mulvane to 8 games in their 47th ever meeting. 2nd and 6 at the 27. Pressure, Myers steps up in the pocket. In traffic, in coverage, it is hauled in, and that's going to also be a penalty on Buhler. Hauled in at the 41, and probably offensive pass interference, or defensive pass interference coming too.
Yeah, in coverage that time, I believe it was
Big throw down the field to the 42. Is that on?
It was either on Asher McConaughey or...
It was on Dylan.
Okay.
So they'll mark it at the 41. It'll be a first down after the nice throw. Myers in traffic, under pressure, did a nice job to step up in the pocket and deliver a big pass down the field. First and 10 at the 41. They go triple backs in the backfield. They'll hand it off, little smash mouth straight ahead. Forward progress to the 40, and that is a very generous spot up to the 39. I did not think.
I don't know if Mulvane's going to run another play here before we go to the quarter break.
Grady Myers there. I did not think he got that much. Looked like he was stopped to the 40, but they'll give him an extra yard to the 39. It's second down and 8. Coverage of Crusader football brought to you in part by Heartland Wealth Strategies, by Dix Phillips 66, Hutchinson Regional Medical Center, by The Hub, and by Agri Center. And that'll be the end of quarter number 3. 12 minutes to go. Buhler up 27-18. Mulvane driving in Buhler territory when we come back from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
Hi, I'm Dr. Matthew Perry, and I work with McPherson Dental Care, and we are excited to have 6 locations in our communities in order to serve and take care of your dental needs. McPherson Dental believes whether you are 2 or 92, your teeth are important to your overall health, and we want to make sure we are taking care of you and your loved ones every step of the way. It's our honor to live and work in your communities, and we want to thank you for choosing us and letting us be your hometown dentist.
That's McPherson Dental, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch.
The Kansas legal team at Pyle Law handles cases in McPherson County and throughout the state of Kansas. Now is the time to call for your free consultation. This is Liz Pyle, and my husband Tom has over 25 years of experience in all matters relating to workers' compensation, car wrecks, and personal injury law. Tom takes the time to evaluate your options, inform you of your rights, and walks you through the complicated process of seeking compensation for your personal injuries or loss. Contact me at 620-241-9000, and I'll schedule your appointment with Tom today.
HKFM.
Well, this long-time rivalry dates back to 1976 when the Chisholm Trail League expanded to 2 divisions. Buhler and Mulvane, part of Division 1. Second down and 8. And here is Myers on a carry. Grady out blocking for Manny, who hands it off to one of the other backs in the backfield. And a far side of the 25, and that'll be another first down for Mulvane.
Dylan Skripsic making the tackle from the safety spot for Buhler. First play in this fourth quarter.
It's a gain of 14. First and 10 at the 25. Myers out of the gun again. They stay with 3 backs in the backfield. Far side handoff and not much there.
Yeah, tried to make a cutback. The play looked like it was initially going to the right and then cut back to his left. Good pursuit angles there for Buhler.
You know, these dark numbers on the dark jerseys for Mulvane are really, really hard to read.
Yeah, they have black jerseys with red numerals on it with white trim around them, but yeah, on a wet night.
An 8 from a 6 from a 9.
Yes, you can just see like single digit from this far away.
Second down and 7, a gain of 3. The 22 far side hash mark. Myers out of the gun again. One-on-one coverage. Picked off again. Landon Martinez picks off another one. Returns it across the 5 and up to near the 10. Martinez had a much easier time picking that one off. That was an errant throw by Myers.
Yeah, second pick of the night by Martinez. Great job. Anytime you can pick off your opponent in the end zone, great feeling to take away a scoring opportunity from the enemy.
Well, he's already got 2 turnovers, 2 takeaways, 2 picks, and it's only the first game of the season.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how many picks that young man can haul in this year. And he's just a sophomore, so he's going to have quite a few interception opportunities as a Buhler Crusader.
10:44 to go in the game. Buhler has it from their own 10-yard line. This would be the prime time for a long drive. And inside, tough running tonight. We give this Mulvane 3-4 defense credit in the box. They are hard to run against.
They really have. They've been making Buhler really scratch out every yard there. on the ground.
Gain of 3 to the 13 by Ben. And second down and 7 here. Clock running.
Clock is Buhler's friend.
10:09 to go in.
Still a 2-score game.
10:09 to go in the fourth quarter. High snap taken by Asher.
Oh, shoot. Ball out.
And the ball's loose, and Mulvane's got it back.
Oh, they're going to say an incomplete pass.
Boy, that is a big break.
Yeah, Buhler hadn't run out of the kind of the double wing gun so far tonight.
That's why you run that play that way, especially on a wet night. If you that little toss forward, it doesn't matter if the ball gets. I mean, it matters, but it doesn't hurt if the ball gets dropped.
So it'll be 3rd down and 7. Big play here. Asher under center. 2 tight end look. Asher rolling out to his left, being pressured. Dumps it off. Is it caught at the 20?
Wow.
It is.
What a snag.
Hauled in by Jacob Miller.
Miller with his first catch of the night. Great job by Miller as he was blanketed by a Mulvane defender here on the near sideline. Good job by Asher. Zachary kind of checking down as one of those underneath drag routes is what he was able to slither in there.
By the way, the record for most INTs in a game is 3.
Okay, holy smokes.
A couple of different Crusaders.
So he's already tied a bevy of other people.
Last guy to do it was Jake Reffner, that 3 in 2008. Here's Klaus. Ooh, he is tripped up, taken down hard. And lost 4 yards back to the 16 doing it. It'll be 2nd down and long. The career record for INTs in a season is 10. JP Lawrence set that mark in 2010.
But there's guys with 5 INTs on the top 10 list. I mean, Martinez probably going to have a season where he's going to be ranked.
So a loss of 4 makes it 2nd down and 14. It has been a tough night to run the football for the Crusaders. Offset eye, 2 receivers to the right side. And it'll be the fullback, Harmony. And chugs his way forward for a couple.
No, it's going to be a fumble.
And the ball is loose, and Mulvane's got it back. Boy, it is both teams tough time taking care of the football tonight.
Even though the rain has subsided, everything just soaked outside and tough to hold on to the ball on a wet night. And unfortunately, Buhler coughs it up, and Mulvane's going to take over inside the red zone.
So that'll give Mulvane some life with 8:32 to go in the game.
Well, and I have to give a crazy Buhler Dental Care scoreboard update. Andale has now eclipsed the century mark. They now lead El Dorado 104 to nothing.
Oh, wow. From the Buhler 17, Mulvane trying to make this tight here as we go down the stretch. Myers out of the gun. Single back with him is Grady Myers. He'll get the handoff and powers his way inside the 10 down to the 8. Buhler, as they traditionally like to do, running inside the tackles, and they've not had a lot of luck today. Mulvane, although they don't have a lot of points to show for it, Chris, they've done a good job of running, getting to the edges and finding space.
Yeah, I mean, Mulvane, we were afraid they were going to come out and sling it all over the yard, but they have really just tried to pound it on the ground this evening.
8 of 9, 2nd down and 1. This time the running play to the right goes nowhere. Loss of yardage back to the 9.
Great job swarming to the ball, about 8 white Buhler Crusader jerseys surrounding the ball carrier there.
It'll bring up a gain of, or a 3rd down and 2. So these two teams that were joined in Division I of the CTL in 1976 by Augusta Valley Center and Goddard. Peter and Augusta also have played 46 times, dating back to 1976. And we'll see the Orioles next week.
So some old school CTL opponents here to begin the year for Buhler.
3rd down and 2 at the 9-yard line. The Buhler 9. Myers out of the gun. Fakes and pass incomplete. at the 6-yard line. It'll be 4th down and decision time. You have to go for it here, don't you?
No doubt.
If you're Coach Daniel Myers this late in the juncture.
Yep, it's do or die. Great coverage out there as Jackson Rumbaugh out there in the flat, right there in the vicinity of the Mulvane intended target.
Going for the little play action pass, incomplete.
Oh, they're going to go for try the field goal here.
They are going to try a field goal yet again. They've already converted one tonight. Taven Osborne converted from 22 yards in the first half. This one from 25, and he is 2 for 2. 7:07 to go in the game. Buhler has their lead tightened up just a little bit more now, just a 6-point advantage, 27-21. Buhler still on top here in the fourth quarter from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth on HKFM.
Hungry for something epic? AJ Sports Grill is home of the 29-inch Super Dome Pizza. Enjoy $3 happy hour, including select apps, every day from 2 to 6 at AJ Sports Grill, inside the alley in Hutch.
At Quality Body Shop in Pleasant View, we are committed to giving our customers our best. Whether it's your auto, semi, RV, or ag equipment, our team will take care of all of your collision repair needs. For 50 years, setting the standard, Quality Body Shop in Pleasant View, quality you can see, every detail, every time.
HKFM.
7:07 to go. Here is the return kick. Martinez again, still on his feet across the 40. And up to the 45. Boy, he's so fantastic. Had a big night.
Chris, I think both teams are going to have a lot of special team stuff to watch in film study this weekend.
No doubt. Yeah, Mulvane and Andrew Epp got us the stat earlier. Mulvane was averaging 42 yards per kick return. And so, yeah, both teams getting some big yardage on returns.
Out of the I, 1st and 10. Asher wants to throw one-on-one, looking for his receiver on the far side, incomplete. That is McCade Zachary. Well, coach has got to find a way to dial something up to get some yards here and burn some clock, and you'd love another score. So Augusta next week in the home opener. Mulvane will go on the road for the first time this season next Friday to Independence. Buhler back-to-back home games. Augusta, Great Bend. Our next road trip will be September the 26th in Tawana. We'll take on the Circle Thunderbirds. 2nd down and 10 at the 45 after the incompletion. 2 tight ends here out of the I. This is Klaus straight ahead. And while it's only about 3 yards, that's maybe one of his better runs of the night, the way this Mulvane defense has been so tough.
Yeah, they have really done a good job of bottling up Ben Klaus.
They'll give him progress all the way up to the 48. And so it's a gain of 3, 3rd down and 7. Keep that clock running at 6:31 to go in the game. Chargers still leading the Chiefs 13-6.
Well, the clock, Buhler's friend, and long sustained scoring drive here would be big for Buhler.
Asher out of the I, 2 receivers left, throws over the middle and throws high, and it's picked off. It was thrown high, tipped by McCade Zachary, and a Mulvane defender is going to take it all the way up the sideline to the end zone. Touchdown Wildcats, and they tie the game.
Rats. Ball got tipped here in the near flats and just went perfectly into the arms of the awaiting Hayes Inslee, who takes it to the house for the pick 6, and we are knotted up, a PAT away from Mulvane taking their first lead in quite some time.
Well, what's the answer for this Buhler offense to get something going? Because they're going to, assuming Mulvane converts here, they'll be behind now with 5:57 to go in the game.
No more misdirection, just go straight ahead. You're not going to be able to beat Mulvane to the sides, I don't think.
Mulvane briefly had the lead in the first half at 13-12. And now with points here, looking to take the lead for the first time in the second half, and the kick is blocked. And
amazing.
So we remain tied. Wow.
Hey, you talked about it earlier, Matt. They're going to have a lot of special teams footage. Wow, what a big block there for Buhler.
27-27. Mulvane with a field goal, a touchdown, and a safety has tied it here in the second half. 5:57 to go from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth.
Hey visitors, welcome to the Kansas State Fair and Pools Plus's biggest spa sale of the year. Stop by our big tent, Caddy Corner from Lake Talbot, and visit the professionals at Pools Plus September 5th through the 14th. We have simple 2-seater spas to swim spas. We have hot tubs and cold plunges. Find the biggest savings on all the spas. Find the same great deals going on in store. Pools Plus, 21 East 1st in downtown Hutchinson.
HKFM.
Well, a blocked PAT has left the game tied at 27. Neither team has been particularly sharp on special teams tonight, although both teams have had some very sharp returns. Let's see if Martinez gets a try here. He will. From the 6-yard line. Big hole in the middle. And gets it across the 25. Boy, for the way Landon has returned tonight, that's kind of pedestrian.
Yeah, but it's still, I mean, from where he fielded the football, I mean, he was inside the 10, I believe. So still a good, close to 20-yard return. But like you said, compared to what some of the things he's done tonight.
Well, they have got to find a way. They'll mark it down at the 28 to move the football. That has been a problem. Big plays really have all their points. 1st and 10 at the 28. Out of the eye, they'll put Martinez in motion. The jet sweep right to left, and he'll get tripped up. He was down at the 30. If he gets past that ankle tackle, he could go for a ways. That is Paxton Richardson, who came across to just trip him up.
Well, I'd go so far as call that a shoelace tackle. I mean, he barely just nicked Landon so slightly and was able to drop him. But like you said, if he gets around that last defender, he might be at the other end zone celebrating a TD right now.
Mulvane's got some real speed on defense.
They do.
Second down and 8 from the 30. Tied at 27, down to 5:12 to go in the game. Asher out of the gun, trips bunch to the right, single receiver to the left side. Klaus, the tailback, gets the handoff, running to the far side, dodging and weaving, breaks out of the tackle to the 40, 45, 50 to the far sideline, 40, 30, 25, 20, 10, 5. Yes! Klaus to the house again! Touchdown!
You got
Crusaders!
to keep feeding Klaus, because eventually it's going to pay off. And what a hard run. Ben Klaus breaking some tackles and then just using that top end speed there along the right sideline, right in front of the Mulvane crowd to take it to the house. Big run there by Ben Klaus.
70 yards on the touchdown run by Ben Klaus, his biggest run of the night.
Now let's get this PAT, Buhler.
Finally broke one free, 4:50 to go in the game. And another flag on a PAT attempt. How many times has that happened? That is at least 4 times tonight where a PAT has been blown dead.
I mean, I think it's almost one of those things Mulvane's trying to do it just to kind of play some mind games with our kickers.
70-yard run for Ben Klaus. He broke out of a couple of tackles, got to the far sideline, and was not to be caught.
I mean, and he outran some of the Myers were down there, and he flat out beat him to the end.
Let's see if Wells can get it through here. It is up, it is good. Whew. So a 7-point lead and 4 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the game. Well, you got to feel like, I don't know, would be surprised if Daniel Myers panics, but he's got to turn his quarterback loose here, doesn't he?
Yeah, I mean, they're going to try to put the the weight of the world on Manny Myers and try to let him do something special here.
34-27, Buhler, 4:50 to go here from the Allen Samuels broadcast booth at HKFM.
Are you building a house?
A swimming pool?
Are your lights flickering?
Call Schmidt Electric.
That's Schmidt Electric. 960-6755. Schmidt Electric will take care of all your electrical needs.
Got Spock?
Isaacson Insurance Agency, 38 years in business, available 24/7 to handle all your insurance needs. Visit isaacsonagency.com or call 620-727-0653 to start saving today. Isaacson Insurance Agency, free to do what's right for you.
HKFM.
Well, it is time for the Black Knights now after Peter's offense came up with a huge play and the 70-yard touchdown run by Ben Klaus. It's time for the Black Knights to come up with a big play of their own. And Wells will kick it off. It's a low-line drive. Smart kick, right?
Yes.
Picked up at the 12.
Oh, block in the back.
And a block in the back not called. And Myers will get out of bounds. There's at Inslee. Out of bounds at the 25. And he's going to shake it up at the end of the play. Slow to get up on the Buhler sideline and limping.
Yeah, I tell you, Carson Seidel just absolutely got blitzed in the back there, right in front of one of the officials. No call. It was right there in front of you, Matt. I mean, am I seeing this correctly?
No, it was absolutely a block in the back missed by this near side official.
So Mulvane from their own 24 now. Inslee's going to have to come off the field. He was limping at the end of that return. 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go. Mulvane has only led briefly once in this game. That was 13-12 early in the first half. Manny Myers looking for some senior magic. Out of the gun is the quarterback. Single back to his right is Grady Myers. Myers is going to keep it on the read and spins up the middle to the 30 and to the 32-yard line. I tell you, a group that has been pretty impressive tonight is that offensive line in Mulvane. They've given Myers a lot of time.
They have. He has not gotten touched in the backfield very often. They've done a good job of really kind of negating, Buhler's quickness on the D-line. That is one of the hallmarks of Coach Cole's Black Knight defense. And the two techs really haven't had much of a chance to do much this evening with how well they've protected Myers.
Gain of 8, second down and 2 from the 32. Will roll inside 4 minutes. Low snap. Myers is going to keep it. And going to the right side, he's going to have the first down at the 35.
A Buhler Dental Care scoreboard update. Great Bend defeats McPherson 42-7. That game just went final.
Mulvane, or rather Great Bend, may be a real threat to get to the 5A state title game this year. Of course, had that big win over Hayes last year in the playoffs.
Yeah, that'll be quite the game here in a couple weeks. But we got to survive this one first.
Mark it down at the 36. And Myers keeps it on the option and falls forward to the 38-yard line. Again, he does such a good job of getting yardage even when there's really not any there. And in a play where an average quarterback may have gone for no gain, Myers finds a way to get 3.
Clock continuing to melt away here as we go under 3.
More than a minute and a half already taken off on this drive. Second down and 7. Myers to run again.
Oh.
Now he throws.
I think he was
caught at the 50. And was he past the line of scrimmage?
Yes. Yep. And there might even been a hold there too, as it looked like one of the Buhler defenders just got flat tackled at the line of scrimmage.
Myers scrambled forward, delivered it to his tight end Hackelman, who got to the 50, but a flag by the near side lineman. And he may have been past the line of scrimmage when he let that pass go. Either way, it's got to be on Mulvane, right?
Yep. Legal forward pass, and I believe that's a loss of down penalty too.
So that'll push it back across the 35 to the 34. Boy, the penalties for Mulvane tonight. Something that Coach Myers will circle this week.
Like Okay, so not a loss of down there.
Second down and 12, down to 2:50 to go in the game. Myers out of the gun, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Play action, screen pass. And
Boom.
it goes nowhere. Great pursuit by the Black Knights. Jackson Pratt and a couple of teammates there to surround the running back Myers and tackle him out of bounds to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 3.
Just great discipline showed by the Black Knight defense. Screen passes only work against undisciplined defenses. Buhler had that thing spelled out perfectly and hits him for a loss.
Kind of interesting, Chris. Don't you think that they ran that to the short side of the field with all of that team speed? You'd think they'd run it to the wide side.
Yeah, most definitely. Maybe they're one of those teams. There's some teams that are really superstitious about only running it to their sideline, and maybe that benefited us.
Third down and 15, trips right on 3rd and long. Blitz is on, pass complete, short of the first down. Ball caught by Hudson Myers, but he is hit immediately at the 39-yard line. It's going to bring up a 4th down for the Wildcats with just 1:46 now to go in the game.
McCade Zachary just delivered a shot there. You got the crowd riled up the sideline, right for the Buhler sideline. Great defensive play made there by McCabe.
It's one thing when a linebacker does it. It's another when your quarterback does it.
No doubt.
Gain of 8, 4th down and 7. This is the play of the game. Myers under pressure by Jacob Miller.
Yes,
Down he goes. Got back to the line of scrimmage at the 39, and he took a lick from Jacob Miller. And it'll be a turnover on downs, and now Buhler can run the clock out.
Miller just helped collapse the walls in there on Myers. Great play call. And now Buhler literally can, well, I guess Mulvane still has 3 timeouts left, so can't quite go into victory yet, but Buhler really close to salting this one away.
Boy, when you needed a big play, how about Jacob Miller?
Big guys make big plays.
1st and 10 from the 39. They'll pitch it to Klaus, looking for some blockers, and he won't find them. Far side, he's going to lose yardage back to the 42.
Mulvane's going to start banging away at their timeouts here.
They've not used one in this half. Wildcats have an injured player down, so don't know that they'll have to use a timeout here. Coverage of Crusader football today brought to you by Bank of the Plains, by Plaza Astor Realty, by the Bradbury Company, by Allen Samuels Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and by Hutchinson Community College. We've got an injured Wildcat on the field. 1:14 to go. 34-27. We'll step aside back after this on HKFM.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm deserves. Contact Tara Haslauer, agent at Tara Haslauer Agency, LLC at 2612 North Main Street in Hutchinson today, or call 620-921-3343. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
HKFM.
It is a tight end, Hayden Warkins, who is actually, in this instance, he'd be a linebacker who was down, now up, walking off. Good to see under his own power. 2nd down and 13 at the 42-yard line. I was going to do some little trivia history with you. We didn't get to it.
Yes, the game's been too exciting
tonight. It just hasn't been a lot of time. 2nd down and 13 at the 42. And a quarterback keeper around the left side. Asher gets forward to the 39. Mark him down at the 40-yard line. That'll
Mulvane will burn their 2nd timeout.
Keep the clock moving here. So we talked a lot about the Chisholm Trail League tonight, which goes all the way back to 1956. The original members of the Chisholm Trail League are Augusta, Derby, Valley Center, and Plainview.
Oh, wow.
Not Plainview. Yes, Plainview as in, but not the Plainview that we know today. It's
not
Plane View.
Yes.
Do you know anything about what no longer exists as Plainville High School?
Yeah, I know Plainville very well, but I think Plainview may be kind of in the south part of Wichita.
So they were the Plainview Gremlins. The high school only existed from 1943 to 1957. It was a community the government put in place during World War II to build airplanes for the war effort at Boeing.
Okay. Wow.
So it really was plain view.
It really was. The building is still there near McConnell Air Force Base.
Okay.
But long since has it not been a high school.
High school. Wow. Interesting. You learned something new.
3rd and 11 at the 40-yard line. 1:08 to go. Mulvane down to 1 timeout of the game. Asher out of the gun. Trips right. Single receiver to the left. The blitz on the screen, and it's picked off. Well, Mulvane has still got some life. With 1:02 to go, the screen pass is intercepted, I believe, by Tanner Hardgrove.
Oh, shoot.
It's not over yet.
Man, and the tough thing is, say Buhler throws the incompletion there, clock stops, Buhler punts away, really gives Mulvane the long field. Now, unfortunately, Mulvane's setting up shop right near midfield, and this Black Knight defense is going to be tasked with trying to keep a dangerous Mulvane team off the field.
Well, that is a throw that I guarantee you Asher Zachary wants back.
No doubt. No doubt.
We've got an injured Crusader, maybe cramping on the play. Can't see who that is at the 38. Yeah, that's a play that Asher will learn from. At that point, just tuck it in your pocket.
Yep.
Either run or throw it away.
Yes, yeah.
I mean,
but first career or second career start, there's going to be mistakes made.
You know, in hindsight, you probably...
Or honestly, just run it, and if you don't pick it up, kick it deep and play defense.
Yeah, honestly, in hindsight, you probably run it to keep the clock moving.
Yep, because they would have to burn their final timeout.
Well, and then they wouldn't have timeouts when they get the ball back.
I guarantee he's a smart kid. He'll learn from that.
So now Buhler's defense just got to hold tough, and maybe Mr. Martinez can get pick number 3 here.
Try to tie the school record. 1st and 10, Mulvane at the Buhler 48. 1:02 to go in the game. They're down a touchdown. Manny Myers out of the gun. Twin receivers right, twins left. Time to throw. One-on-one coverage. Now in double coverage, and the ball is knocked loose.
Great coverage over on the far side. Martinez over there kind of got banged up a little bit. He was in coverage on the far side along with Skripsik.
They both collided with the intended target over there, and it's incomplete. Stops the clock with 55 seconds to go. And it looks like Martinez may be cramping. Yes. Let's hope it's a cramp and not his knee. Yeah, we'll get Doc Lackey out to look at that.
Hey, Coach Coles.
I feel like our defensive secondaries played pretty well tonight. Yeah, he's up. I think it was a cramp.
He's a tough kid, competitor.
You wouldn't think with the temperature tonight, but that's the 2nd or 3rd time we've seen that.
Yeah, and first game of the year, there's game speed. No matter how much you try to replicate it in practice, a game just takes a lot more up and down energy than practice.
Using those muscles that you haven't used in a while.
Yes.
Well, we need that kid to be okay. 2nd down and 10, clock stop, 55 seconds to go in the game. 48. That secondary group has held its own tonight. Myers out of the gun. 4 receiver look. Pressure up the middle. Myers scrambles to his left. Meet Jacob Miller. Let's go to throw. No. It's picked off. McCade Zachary with the INT. And Buhler has the ball back with 45 seconds to go.
I tell you, I was watching the white hat very, very closely over there because right as Myers let go of the ball, Miller popped him really good, but no call. Great. Looked like Miller timed it perfectly, and what a play made by Zachary to get the pick. And we can now pretty much kneel this thing out.
Buhler will have it from their own 30. Well, barring some kind of disaster here, they're going to come away with a win, but I guarantee not a satisfying win in terms of they have both teams are going to go back to work with a lot of things they want to kind of shore up this week.
But 1-0 feels 10,000 times better than 0-1.
Yeah, the team that walks out of here with a win, 1,000% in a better spot than the team that does not.
Yes.
Turnovers tonight have been an issue.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Quite a few on both sides, but hey, getting that last one.
I mentioned that. How about our defensive secondary?
Yes,
they have against a guy who can really sling it.
Yes.
They have held their own tonight.
In the high school ranks, if you throw for over 1,000 yards in a season, you're one heck of a quarterback. And Buhler's facing a guy that threw for over 1,000 last year, rushed for over 1,000 last year, and they've picked him off 3 times. Have eliminated some of the big pass threat that we thought we were going to see tonight. So, I mean, with only one returning starter back there, of any note, all those young guys, Garrett Gleason had the scoop and score, Landon Martinez with the 2 picks tonight, and then as well as McCade Zachary making some great defensive plays. They've really done a great job, along with Dylan Skripsik. Whoa, wow.
Yeah, there's Asher Zachary trying to kneel the ball, and Mulvane blows through the line and tackles him.
Yeah, hit him after he kneeled it, so it's probably going to be an unnecessary roughness on Mulvane. Another flag came out. Hopefully Buhler didn't say anything.
Is that if you were to rank most frustrating penalties as a coach, is the extra curricular language after the play the most frustrating?
Probably, and both teams are going to get dinged with a unsportsmanlike here, so they'll be offsetting. The good news for Buhler is that still kills clock.
I mean, sometimes on a hustle play you're going to get a penalty, and you can live with that.
Yep.
This should be it. Buhler should be able to kneel it one more time, and Mulvane cannot stop the clock.
All she wrote.
Well, it was tense there for a moment, wasn't it? Mulvane,
yes, no doubt. No, it was definitely.
Mulvane went down and scored. They could tie the game or take the lead. A blocked PAT left it tied at 27. And then Ben Klaus to the house, I think, is now, I think it sticks.
Yeah, I believe so, and I can't wait to hear you say that many more times this season.
2 touchdowns for Ben tonight. 1 throwing for Asher. And we'll get the W. 8 straight Buhler over Mulvane. Crusaders win it. And all time, that is win number 28 in the series, this long-time rivalry. 34-27 is the final. And our Crusader Locker Room show begins next here on HKFM.
You've been listening to Buhler Crusader Football on HKFM. Stay tuned next for the Rise Up Reno Locker Room Show. Stream Crusader Football on your smartphone with the Ad Astra radio app. Crusader Football on HKFM.
Hi, this is James with IdeaTech. We love bringing internet freedom to the residents and businesses of Buhler. IdeaTech is a proud supporter and the preferred internet provider of the Buhler Crusaders. As the Crusaders know, speed wins. We back up our lightning-fast internet with a customer-first philosophy. That means you will talk to a live person from our office in Buhler when you call in. If you're not already a customer, go to ideatech.com and click on Check Availability. Or you can call us at 620-543-5000 to inquire more about our services.
Looking for a reliable business partner? Midwest Single Source, formerly Roberts Touchline, is ready to elevate your business towards success. Midwest Single Source is the largest promotional product distributor in the state. That means they offer traditional supplies to equip your office, but also offer embroidery, screen printing, and fun swag items to build your brand. Same great people, same great location and service. Email sales@midwestsinglesource.com and mention this ad. Elevate your business today.
This is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers, but did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
The Anchor Inn and Anchor Away have been serving authentic Mexican food to Hutchinson and surrounding communities for over 35 years. Treat friends and family to the Anchor's legendary dishes in their large banquet room, famous buffet, and relaxed atmosphere. Open Monday through Saturday. For the same great food with the convenience of a drive-thru, visit Anchor Away at B and Adams. Like Anchor Inn and Anchor Away on Facebook for specials. Anchor Inn and Anchor Away, authentically delicious in downtown Hutchinson.
Crusader football on HKFM.
Well, back here on our Rise Up Reno post game, and coverage of Crusader football tonight brought to you in part by Mennonite Friendship Communities, by Pile Law, Midwest Single Source, by American Family Insurance, and by Pools Plus. Takeaways from the game, fellas, 34-27. We saw a lot of positives tonight. We also saw some things I know that coaches are going to be focused in on. I think special teams, and then each team with 4 turnovers in the game.
Yeah, I'll blame the turnovers. Number one, game one. Game one is always going to be offenses take the long,
wet ball,
yes,
obviously,
and then the moisture. And Matt, you were in the elements a good chunk of this game. It was raining pretty dang good.
Not for nothing, wet ball, and it's cool. No one's used to playing in this. Nobody's ready for it. I just think everything was just sopping wet down there.
I do want to give some credit. Our secondary had 3 picks tonight. I thought they played pretty good.
Oh, they did. I mean, when you think about on the defensive side, Skripczyk had a few starts in the secondary, but all the rest of those guys, they're a couple sophomores. It's their first ever start. Varsity-wise, they really did a good job. And dealing with a guy that knows what he's doing. Manny Myers is not some run-of-the-mill quarterback. He'll be one of the better guys we see in AVCTL Division III action all season long.
I'd talk about that really in large part, that same group of guys on the offensive side who are usually playing out wide. And with Asher, I thought Asher threw some good deep balls.
Yes.
Those fade routes, he threw a couple of really good balls, and those guys were running under the ball and competing for the ball. Landon did it. McCade did it. That's going to be helpful because they're not throws where Asher has to step back and look and try to make a decision and go through progression. It's just 3 steps and chuck it.
And having that deep ball threat as a if you
out,
if you are a team that loves to run the football, the deep threat makes people okay. If you're going to load the heck out of the box, we're going to punish you, and it just changes the way people have to defend you, and it'll open up the run game. And on a night when it's beautiful conditions, we'll have even more he was able to throw those deep balls on a wet night when it's hard to hold on to the football and still get a good spiral.
Chunk of the rushing yards tonight are going to come in 2 plays, the big run by Max and then the big run by Ben. You got to figure Buhler's going to get the running game. They're too talented on that side of the ball not to get it figured out. How much credit in stopping our run do you give to Mulvane? I thought their defense was pretty salty.
Yeah, no, and Mulvane likes to blitz, and they run that 3-4 look, so it's a different defense than we traditionally see, and they roll the dice and take some risks. And
I mentioned to you, they've got some speed.
They do
on defense.
Well, and some size up front. Buhler really likes to run 44, 42, 41, 43, likes in between the tackles. And it was really hard sledding tonight. Even the one big run that Max had was a little inside fullback trap. Now, Buhler, we know this to be true, will figure that out. But Mulvane made that difficult tonight. Those guys up front did a good job playing gaps.
Well, I remember this game last year,